This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. Stats all leading up to tonight. And a very pleasant good evening, everyone, from Preston High School, as tonight the Preston Indians will play host to the Burley Bobcats. Glad to have you along with us this evening, as it is senior night here at Preston. Some 25 senior football players will be honored coming up here in just a few minutes before the game gets started here tonight, as the Burley Bobcats are in town. As last year, Preston was able to beat Burley by the final score of 40-20 last year in a game played over at Burley High School. Last week, of course, for Preston, suffering a tough loss at Minico as they fought back, got back to within 2 points inside a minute to play left in the game, but unfortunately a 2-point conversion in the final moments of the game came up just short, and Preston ended up losing the game by the final score of 27-25. Bigger loss may have come earlier in the game as Scott Dunn trying a desperation diving tackle to try to keep a Minico player from scoring a touchdown on a long run. He ended up getting his arm caught between the other guy's ankles as he was running, broke his arm in two places, and will be lost for the year. The outlook for Scott to come back for future athletics like basketball, well, he told me the other day at practice that the rehab time the doctors told him is like 8 to 9 weeks, which would put him back into basketball action probably around the second week of December. So that's what's happening with Scott. For Preston, as they come into this game here tonight, they're looking to do something they haven't done for quite a while, and that's go undefeated at home. They've won each of the 3 home games this year. They're 1-1 on the road, and of course the one neutral site game that they played earlier this year, losing to Logan in a game played at Maverick Stadium on the campus of Utah State. After this game, Preston will have 2 games left on the road. That will be next week. They'll play at Holt Arena in Pocatello against the Pocatello Indians, and then they'll wrap up the season at Snake River coming up on October the 25th, and then have to wait and see what any postseason hopes might bring to the Preston Indians. But right now, with a 4-2 record, it looks like they're sitting pretty good, at least for a play-in game, and have to see what happens along the way. Speaking of what's coming up along the way, coming up in just a few minutes, we'll look at highlights from the game last week at Minico. We'll also hear from Coach Eric Thorson. We'll talk to Ty Hyde. And in case you missed it, the Great Basin 10 Conference after this year will be no more. We'll talk about that. We'll talk with Brent Knapp, the athletic director here at Preston, coming up in just a few minutes as well here on the pregame show. Much like last week, we'll be joined a little bit later on by all of our friends in Burley, as they'll be picking up our broadcast coming up a little bit later on tonight as well. They'll be joining us on AM 1230 KBAR. So for now, we'll step aside. We'll take a 3-minute break. We'll come back and we'll look at highlights from last week's game. We'll do all that as we continue on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and AM 1230 KBAR.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Welcome to West Motor Ford. We love happy customers. With multiple financing options, it's easy to drive your new vehicle home. We offer a full line of new Fords and a constantly changing pre-owned vehicle inventory. Our service department is top-notch with technicians trained for everything from routine maintenance to major repairs. With a large selection of parts and accessories, including tires, we've got you covered. So come in and let us turn up your happy meter. Visit West Motor Ford in Preston today.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
When it comes to major surgery, think small. Small town, that is. At Franklin County Medical Center, the surgical capabilities are anything but small. Partnered with the top surgeons and specialists in the region to provide advanced care to those living in southeastern Idaho. Whether it's cataract surgery, women's surgery, gallbladder removal, trauma, even a full hip or knee replacement, they have you covered. And now they're among the few hospitals in southeastern Idaho able to remove kidney stones. See just how big the surgical capabilities really are. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
Are you looking for a different kind of spot for lunch, dinner, or to do catering for your next event? Then try the Island Bowl Grill inside Poppin' Pins right here in Preston. At Island Bowl Grill, they have the best Hawaiian fare in the area. The combination of teriyaki and Korean influences can only be described in one way: mouth-watering. Offering 3 different catering options, Island Bowl Grill can host your next party in-house at Poppin' Pins Bowling Center. You can pick up for takeout, or they can come right to your house and prepare the food on site for your next party. What could be easier? Go to poppinpins.com for more information on Island Bowl Grill, or call 208-425-6128. Poppin' Pins Bowling Center, 411 South US Highway 91 in Preston.
Hi, this is Bob Larson from LSS Insurance. Finally, good news about Medicare plans for Franklin and Rich County. A new Medicare Advantage plan is now available that'll lower your costs and provide you with much better coverage. Learn the plan details at our Logan office, Tuesday, October 15th at 2 or 6:30 p.m. We're select health-appointed agents with the answers you need about Medicare. For accommodations of persons with special needs at the meetings, call 752-9493. That's 752-9493.
In the good old days, you did business with people who treated you well, had a firm handshake, and looked you in the eye. At West Motor here in Preston and Logan, that's the way we did it. Since then, we've grown and added technology, but we didn't leave the good stuff out. We still offer a free car wash when you're in for service. We offer quality Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Ford vehicles. We look you in the eye when we give you our no-charge lifetime powertrain warranty, and we finish every deal with a firm handshake. The good old days were good, and these days are good too. We know we've been here all along. Visit West Motor today.
WestMotorCompany.com.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
Interviews, highlights, and analysis with the best in the business. Here we go. Others can talk about the game. Only one source can deliver the goods. And it can only be found right here on the Coach Gary Anderson Show on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield IMG College.
The Coach Gary Anderson Show, live from Wingers in Logan, Thursday nights at 6 on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
KACH.
So, welcome back here to the pregame show. We'll take a look at some of the highlights from the loss at Minico last Friday. Preston knew they had to get out to a quick start against a very potent Spartan offense, and they jumped out in front early on this run by Andrew Iverson. Now it's the offensive line for Preston having their way, and they're going in a hurry. This time it goes to Iverson going left. Iverson puts his foot in the ground, cuts back in, and he's in. Touchdown.
Touchdown Indians as Iverson went off the left side, had a great block, cut back inside, and was just dove over the end line.
Later in the second quarter, with the Spartans leading 14-6, it was Iverson again as he returned the ensuing kickoff. As again, this is going to come to Bradford. Squirts out of his hands. Iverson picks it up behind him. Andrew straight ahead, puts his head down, breaks a couple of tackles. Now he's off to the races up the sideline. 50, 40, 30, 25, and he is gone. Touchdown.
And I see no hankies on the carpet.
Iverson picked the ball up at about the 15-yard line after it was mishandled by Bradford. We'll call it an 85-yard return for a touchdown. Minico was able to score in the closing moments of the half and took a 20-13 lead in at halftime. After being held scoreless in the third quarter, the Indians trailed 27-13 in the fourth. That's when Ty Hyde found Garrett Ward for a 4-yard touchdown pass. Second and goal from the 5 for Preston. Clock continues to run, 5:19 to play. Surveys the defense, settles under center. Fakes it to Iverson, throws underneath. Wide open is Garrett Ward for the touchdown.
Great fake as he faked the handoff into Iverson into the line, and they all bit it. He hid the ball, turned around, and then all of a sudden turned, and Garrett Ward was wide open in the corner of the end zone.
After the point after was blocked, the score was 27-19 with 5 minutes to play. After a Minico punt, the Indians had the ball on their own 33-yard line with 2:31 to play. And once again, it was Iverson scoring his third touchdown of the night, as this one was a run from 32 yards. Hand it to Iverson, straight ahead, has the first down, going to break it, there he goes! Iverson's going for the touchdown, 32 yards!
Great run by Iverson, but some great blocks out there. Brock Schenk set a great block as he went through there to put Spring Iverson into the backfield.
The 2-point conversion failed, and the Spartans would go on to defeat the Indians by the final score of 27-25. We'll take a timeout on this homecoming Friday. When we come back, we'll sit down for a couple minutes with head coach Eric Iverson and talk about tonight's game and the outlook for the remainder of the season and driving toward the playoffs. We'll do all that as we continue right after this timeout.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Hi, this is Bob Larson at LSS Insurance. Get ready, Franklin and Rich County. There's a new, very affordable Medicare Advantage plan. Incredible benefits that could really lower your medical costs. Learn about this new plan at the Preston Library Thursday, October 10th at 4 or 6:30 p.m. Or come to our Logan office on Tuesday, October 15th at 2 or 6:30 p.m. We're select health-appointed agents with the answers you need about Medicare. See lssins.com for meeting details. For accommodations of persons with special needs at meetings, call 752-9493.
Are you looking for a different kind of spot for lunch, dinner, or to do catering for your next event? Then try the Island Bowl Grill inside Poppin' Pins right here in Preston. At Island Bowl Grill, they have the best Hawaiian fare in the area. The combination of teriyaki and Korean influences can only be described in one way: mouth-watering. Offering 3 different catering options, Island Bowl Grill can host your next party in-house at Poppin' Pins Bowling Center. You can pick up for takeout, or they can come right to your house and prepare the food on site for your next party. What could be easier? Go to poppinpins.com for more information on Island Bowl Grill, or call 208-425-6128. Poppin' Pins Bowling Center, 411 South US Highway 91 in Preston.
Interviews, highlights, and analysis with the best in the business. Here we go. Others can talk about the game. Only one source can deliver the goods. And it can only be found right here on the Coach Gary Anderson Show on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield IMG College.
The Coach Gary Anderson Show, live from Wingers in Logan, Thursday nights at 6 on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
Last play of the game, folks.
And the snap, drops back. Whoa, changes mind. Down the sideline. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Casasa! Unbelievable! Did you see that? Casasa!
Not to be a buzzkill, but what's Casasa? We're glad you asked that. Casasa. It's a catchy word for earning cash. Free Casasa checking rewards you in cash each month.
Ask for free Casasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCU.
If you're in the empty nester stage of life, preparing for retirement, or considering downsizing, let me suggest you consider Blue Sage Park as your new home.
This all-new community for over 55 active adults is now under construction by Ralph's Construction, the builders of many fine custom homes in Franklin County. That same quality is going into the new homes at Blue Sage Park.
Choose from 3 plans, each with over 1,400 square feet of living space on one level, with a 2 or 3 car garage, 2 bedrooms, and lots of special features. These beautiful new 2-bedroom homes include large marble showers, vaulted ceilings, gas fireplaces, a park and green space for family fun, and large closets with custom organizers. Larry and Cody Ralphs are building this community for the over 55 age group with no steps, no maintenance, and a beautiful home that you own.
The first model is nearing completion, and you'll soon be able able to see it for yourself. Blue Sage Park, now being built for your future at 3rd East and 3rd North in Preston.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Welcome back to the Indians pregame show as we continue to count you down toward kickoff of tonight's game between Preston and Burley on senior night here in Preston. As we're joined by Coach Eric Thorson. It's kind of a bittersweet time tonight, Coach. As you know, you're going to have to say goodbye to some players playing their final home game, but yet, you know, you're still going to have them for a few more weeks yet to come.
Senior night's a tradition, and that's great, but we have a lot of football left, so we're not looking at that really. Obviously, we're just looking to come in and play our best.
Talking about a lot of football, that's the game last week at Minico was a tough one to lose in the end.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, a lot of things. I talked to the players in the locker room. They're not interested in moral victories at this point. They wanted to win this, and it didn't happen. So we move forward and try and get ourselves in a position. The way we look at it this week, we're in the playoffs right now. We need to win every game moving forward.
It's what made the night even tougher is you get Scott Dunn back from the concussion, and he plays a quarter and a half, and then you lose him with the broken arm. You just kind of move on the same way you did in the game you didn't have him, and fill in those same holes that way, or what do you do now?
Oh, of course. You always hope for the best, and you do, and you take what you get and do the best with it. And yeah, you know, and Scott played an exceptional quarter and a half. We got him a pass. He obviously that rundown where he broke his arm is enough to show any college recruiter that this kid could play at the next level. You know, and we do love Scotty. And maybe, you know, like I said, hope for the best. Maybe he'll get a chance to get on the field towards the end of the playoffs or somewhere in there. But yeah, you just move forward as a team, and with his support, and we do the best we can.
Last year, the game you played against Burley, you beat him pretty good. Ty had one of his biggest nights of the year last year. You could take anything out of that game and use it tonight, or just to go start fresh?
Oh, strategy-wise, of course, but as far as poise and you know, we need to invest. We need to not worry about what happened last year. We need to perform this year. You know, it's rent. Games are rent, and you have to pay them every week.
That's an interesting way of thinking about it. I've never heard it put that way.
Yeah, no, it's just we need to do our best. We can look at things from last year and say, oh, they're still doing this, they're still doing that, and hopefully that helps us. But as far as the performance, we need to execute, and yeah.
Do you feel like you need to win off the sheet now to get the best possible finish and seeding possible for you guys headed into the postseason?
I took one moment with the players and did a rundown of the options. And the best thing is the most, I don't know, I'd say appealing thing is the fact that us winning out is the best we can do for ourselves. So we need to do that.
Not pay attention to what everybody else is doing, just worry about what you're doing on the field.
Yeah, other than that, we don't care. I said, here's the sheet. We looked at it for 5 minutes. It was pretty obvious we need to win out, and we just put it away, and now we're going to go play football.
Thank you very much, Coach. We appreciate your time. That's Coach Eric Thorson, head coach of the Preston Indians. We'll take a 3-minute timeout. We'll come back with more here on the pregame show on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH, along with AM 1230 KBAR.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Imagine a world with no football. Yeah, we don't want that either. Football lives here on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield IMG College.
The Aggies have the week off, but return home next Saturday against the Nevada Wolfpack. Pregame is at 7 p.m. with the kickoff at 8:15.
Hey everybody, this is Scott Gerard, and this is your home for Utah State Athletics. 105.5 FM and AM 1340 KACH, Preston.
It's the end of a long day and your feet are tired, or are you running behind schedule, but you need milk and eggs? You don't want to have to walk clear to the back of the store to get a gallon of milk and a dozen eggs. I suspect we all can relate to both of those stories. The great news is that this problem has been solved by Stokes Market in Preston with a recently installed new cold case right near the front door. If you just need a gallon of milk or some eggs, you can find them right inside the front door. Visit Stokes Market today in Preston.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
Last play of the game, folks.
And the snap, drops back. Whoa, changes mind. Down the sideline. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Casasa! Unbelievable! Did you see that? Casasa!
Not to be a buzzkill, but what's Casasa? We're glad you asked that. Casasa, it's a catchy word for earning cash. Free Casasa checking rewards you in cash each month.
Ask for free Casasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union, federally insured by the NCU.
Health West is a nationally recognized community health center that provides patient-centered health care for everyone. From newborn to complicated care, Health West is always accepting new patients in Medicaid, Medicare, insured, and even if you don't have insurance. Available in 8 locations throughout Southeast Idaho. Call 208-852-3200 for an appointment in Preston. Health West, empowering our patients and communities by providing quality, affordable health care.
This time of year, the weather can change quickly. That means the road conditions change quickly too. If you usually feel stressed when you're driving as the weather changes, it might be because you don't have the right tires for the road conditions. Let West Motor Company help you choose the tires that will meet your needs. Take the stress out of your winter driving with a set of 4 new tires. Visit any of our dealerships in Preston or Logan today. West Motor Company, we do tires.
WestMotorCompany.com. From sunup to sundown, we spend our time on the dairy, caring for cows and producing milk. And we also love being part of our tight-knit communities, being advocates for the kids in our schools, and being providers of safe, nutritious food for families around here and around the world. As your local dairy producers, we are more than farmers. We are Dairy West.
KACH.
Welcome back here to the pregame show. It is senior night here at Preston High School tonight, and we wanted to talk to one of the senior leaders from the Preston High School football team. And you don't have to look any farther than the starting quarterback. I use them everything for the football team and the basketball team as well. Ty Hyde joins us here on the pregame show. Ty, can you believe it? Your football career here at Preston High School is almost over, being senior night tonight.
Yeah, it was weird last week. All of our seniors were talking on the bus. It came a lot quicker than you really think. It sneaks up on you for sure. So we're just going to go out here. You know, it's a special one, but we just got to take care of business.
You had a good run. You lost a very tough game last week at Minico, a game that was certainly winnable, and just circumstances being as they were, missed a couple of extra points, and they finally threw a blitz at you there at the end, and you couldn't get that pass off on the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, we had a little miscommunication, but that's football. It was a great game. Minico's well coached, great team. Ball control, I mean, it was a cold night. Wind was terrible, but we know what we need to do, and we know if we see them again, we know what to do.
Tonight against Burley, you get them here at home on senior night. Last year, your first year playing quarterback, the game against Burley was one of your better ones of the year.
Yeah, I think we went up there and we knew what was open, and that's what I took. So if they're just going to give me what's open, I'm just going to take that, and as a team, we're just gonna play our ball.
How do you move on now from what happened to Scott in the game at Minico?
I love that kid. You know, he comes out here and gives everything he got. He missed a week before that with a concussion. We're like, all right, he'll be back. Then that happens to him, which sucks. But you know, he's got a huge heart and chase the kid down. But we're gonna make some changes, but nothing special. You know, we don't need to go from what works for us. So we're just going to do what we do best and win a ball game.
Well, good luck tonight, and have a good time. Enjoy senior night.
Yeah, thanks, boss.
Thank you, Ty. We appreciate your time. Best of luck here on senior night. We'll take another 3-minute timeout. We'll come back with a little bit more as we continue to count you down to kickoff tonight here from Preston High School on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH, along with our friends over in the Burley area on AM 1230 KBAR.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Hi, this is Bob Larson from LSS Insurance. Finally, good news about Medicare plans for Franklin and Rich County. A new Medicare Advantage plan is now available that'll lower your costs and provide you with much better coverage. Learn the plan details at our Logan office, Tuesday, October 15th at 2 or 6:30 p.m. We're select health-appointed agents with the answers you need about Medicare. For accommodations of persons with special needs at the meetings, call 752-9493. That's 752-9493.
Imagine a world with no football. Yeah, we don't want that either. Football lives here on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield IMG College.
The Aggies have the week off, but return home next Saturday against the Nevada Wolfpack. Pregame is at 7 p.m. with the kickoff at 8:15.
Hey everybody, this is Scott Gerard, and this is your home for Utah State Athletics. 105.5 FM and AM 1340 KACH, Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Whether you go into the mountains during the fall to look for big game or use your camera for shots of nature, make sure you don't get stuck while you're there. Visit West Motor Company today and check out the wide selection of four-wheel drive vehicles we have in stock. With new Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, and Ford vehicles and loads of pre-owned four-wheel drives on the lot, you're sure to find the perfect vehicle for your backcountry adventures this year. West Motor Company in Preston and Logan. Stop in today.
WestMotorCompany.com. Whether a loved one passes suddenly and much too soon or after a long and fruitful earthly journey, the families of Northern Cache Valley have known for years they can rely on sensitive and professional care from Webb Funeral Home. Now in their beautiful full-service facility on the south side of Preston, Webb Mortuary urges you to consider the benefits of pre-planning final arrangements in order that your wishes are carried out and difficult decisions are not left to your surviving family members. Make an appointment soon to talk about pre-planning with your friends at Webb Funeral Home.
It's the end of a long day and your feet are tired, or are you running behind schedule? But you need milk and eggs. You don't want to have to walk clear to the back of the store to get a gallon of milk and a dozen eggs. I suspect we all can relate to both of those stories. The great news is that this problem has been solved by Stokes Market in Preston with a recently installed new cold case right near the front door. If you just need a gallon of milk or some eggs, you can find them right inside the front door. Visit Stokes Market today in Preston.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield.
This is Preston High School football. The Indians hit the gridiron looking to bring home a Great Basin 10 title and make a run for a berth in the state playoffs. All the excitement of Preston football was brought to you by West Motors, with Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks, all available right here in Preston. By Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care you'll find in all of the Cache Valley. By Stokes Market, True Value. By Ralph's Construction, building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community right here in Preston. By Webb Funeral Home, just off Highway 91 at the south end of the city of Preston. By Valley Implement. By Preston Auto Parts CarQuest on State Street in downtown Preston. By Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. By Idaho Salvage, where you can turn your scrap metal into cash. By S&T Electric. And by mylocalradio.com. Tonight's game is a presentation of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and is made possible through an agreement between Preston High School Athletics and Preston Broadcasting. It's presented for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or use of the descriptions or account of this game without the express written consent of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, is strictly prohibited. Non-commercial use of our audience. And welcome back here to Preston High School as on the first down carry, it's Andrew Iverson breaking it down the sidelines, and he's going to be tripped up at the 15, falls forward to the 10. Want to welcome everybody as they started just a couple minutes early on us there as the kickoff came to the Preston Indians as Burley won the toss. The kickoff came to Preston. They had a first and 10 at their own 30, and Andrew Iverson then carried it 60 yards on the first down play. So first and 10 here for Preston. Actually, they're going to be first and goal, they'll call it, after the long run in the first down. Ty's going to roll to the right. Wide open is Garrett Ward for the touchdown. 2 plays, and it's quickly 6-0 Preston. Well, welcome in, everybody. It's very cold out here tonight, so I guess the Preston offense didn't want people to get too uncomfortable as having to sit around in the cold. So the point after is going to be by Garrett Ward. He'll put it up, and he hooked it left, and it's no good. So the 10-yard pass from Hyde to Garrett Ward as Preston will go on top. 6-0 here. He'll put it up, and he hooked it left. As no good. We're only 31 seconds into the game. So the 10-yard pass from Hyde to let's kind of get you caught up here. We'll keep it here. We won't take a commercial break here right away. As 6-0 here. Again, we'll go back and repeat what we talked about. Burley won the toss and deferred to the second half. So Preston got the opening kickoff. It was taken by Andrew Iverson, who brought it out to the 30. On the first down play, he went off the left side and got all the way down to the 10-yard line. When he was finally tripped up from behind, he ran 60 yards on the first down. On the first down play, the next ensuing play, Ty Hyde rolled right, found Garrett Ward in the end zone for a 10-yard touchdown pass. The extra point was no good. It's 6-0. There, you're caught up. And it's been hi to our friends at KBAR listening in Burley on AM 1230. As Isaiah Smith will kick it off. This is going to take one big bounce and come down right at the goal line. It's picked up there by Carson Rice, and Rice gets out to about the 12, and he's brought down. They're going to spot him at the 11, so it's first and 10 for the Burley offense from there. Burley, last week, it's picked up there by Carson Rice, and Rice gets out to about the 12. Picked up a 30-16 win over Mountain Home last week. Spot him at the 11, so it's first and 10 for the Burley offense. As they'll come out first and 10 here. They'll go out of the shotgun. Ethan Gibbons, the quarterback. They'll send 3 receivers to the right side and have a single running back next to him in the backfield. That's Luis Gomez. Out of the shotgun. Wants to throw. Throws underneath. Little swing pass. Gets away from one man. Still on his feet. As here comes Jake Bracken. Bracken gets out across the 25 to the 27. And that'll be a first down on the 17-yard pass play. Out of the shotgun. Wants to throw. Throws underneath. And be good enough for a first down. Gets away from one man. Still on his feet. As here comes Jake Bracken. Bracken gets out across the 25. So Bracken with a 17-yard reception. And that'll be a first down on the from Gibbons. Pass play. And first and 10 right away. On the first down play for Burley. They get another first down of their own. Wants to throw the other way this time. It's underneath. That's caught this time by Romero Garcia. And Garcia gets up to the 35-yard line. That'll be a gain of 7. And first and 10 right away. So they go back-to-back passes here on first down. As the second one from Gibbons to Garcia is good for 12 yards. By Romero Garcia. Or check that for 7 yards, I should say. Actually, they gave him 8, so second down and 2. They're probably going to run it. They give it to Bracken this time, coming around the right side. He's brought down, but it looks like he might have enough for a first down, and he will. So give Bracken 2 yards. 7 yards, I should say. as he has a first down. And they'll move the chains again.
They give it to Bracken this time, coming around the right side. He's brought down, but it looks like he might have enough for a first down.
So the second first down here for Burley on their opening drive, just underway here from Preston. Glad to have you with us.
As he has a first down.
Wanting to throw. Rolling, throws, and it's going to be not quite picked off. As coming up on the defense there for Preston was Lincoln Bradford. He was the closest man to the football, but it falls incomplete. Then we'll bring that up second down and 10. If you're listening on the radio and you'd like to watch the game, you can. So you're listening back in Burley. If you go to mylocalradio.com and you look for the icon there on the homepage, it talks about Preston football versus Burley, and you'd be able to find the game there. You can watch our video feed along with our coverage here of the audio as well. Otherwise, glad to have you with us here on AM 1230 KBAR tonight. Timeout as the officials are switching balls around for some reason. Get a different ball back into the game as Gibbons comes over and picks it up, gives it a little squeeze and says, okay, yeah, this one's good with me. And so we'll go second down and 10 as they're finally ready to go back to play here. They'll wind the clock, 10:20 to play. Here in the first quarter, Preston on top, 6-0. After an early touchdown, just 2 plays into the game. Here comes Gibbons. Gibbons coming right, gets around the corner, gets around Zay Davis, and finally run out of bounds as he gets across the midfield stripe up to the 49-yard line.
Here in the first quarter, Preston on top, 6-0. After an early touchdown,
that'll be a 16-yard run for Gibbons and another first down.
Here comes Gibbons. Gibbons coming right, gets around the corner, gets around Zay Davis, and finally
as he gets it across midfield.
Across the midfield stripe up to the 49-yard line.
As they put it down at the Preston.
That'll be a 16
at the Preston 49.
And another first down. Here comes Gibbons. Gibbons coming right, gets around the corner, gets around Zay Davis.
First and 10. As they're going the other way again, it's Bracken going around the left side. Bracken with a short gain gets a couple of yards that he's brought down from behind. As Jake Bracken with his second positive yard run here in the first quarter, the first possession. Call it a 2-yard gain.
Bracken going around the left side. Bracken with a short gain gets a couple
second
of yards.
And 8 coming up here
from behind. As Jake Bracken
for the Bobcats.
With a second positive yard run.
Again, they'll send 3 receivers left. Single running back. Now coming back in motion is Bracken. They'll give it to Bracken again. Has a nice hole. Gets across the 45-yard line. Takes a pretty good pop as 15, Zay Davis comes up and lays the lumber to him as he gets right just across the 45-yard line. That'll be another 2-yard gain and call it second down and third down and 6, I should say, coming up here for the Bobcats.
Takes a pretty good pop.
So third down and really medium. Should be a passing down, but let's see. They're going to send 3 receivers right again. Here to the near side as you watch there on mylocalradio.com. Bracken goes in motion to the far side. Maybe turned it up too soon. I don't see a flag, however. They'll throw back underneath into double coverage, and it's complete as the pass is thrown to
receivers left, right again. Here to the near side as you watch there on mylocalradio.com.
As it's thrown to Bracken.
Goes in motion to the far side. Maybe turned it up too soon. I don't see a flag, however.
I'm sorry, I misidentified the other guy was McCray Mort, who has had the carries. My bad. I apologize. So the pass to Bracken is good for a first down. As Gibbons will try the left side, gets up back near the line of scrimmage and brought down by a host of Indians. He might get up to the 30-yard line, maybe just across it, and bring up as a 1-yard gain.
As Gibbons will try the left side, gets up back near the line of scrimmage,
and second down and 9 coming up.
He might get up to the 30-yard line, maybe just across it, and bring up.
They'll again send 3 receivers to the right. The lone setback with Bracken in the backfield is Gomez, who is yet to carry the ball. Looking, now he's under a world of trouble, little screen pass in the middle. This time it goes to Gomez, gets back near the original line of scrimmage. He's going to lose a yard. Good pursuit On the screen pass, as coming up to make the tackle there for Preston was Gordon Knapp, one of the 25 seniors honored before the game here tonight on senior night.
This time it goes to Gomez, gets back near the original line of scrimmage.
So third down and long. We'll call it 9.
On the screen pass, as coming up to make the tackle there for Preston was Gordon Knapp.
As the Bobcats send one receiver to each side, Gomez stays in at running back. Bracken wants to throw. Look out, they're coming after him. They got him by the arm and they throw him down as the sack goes to Mason Thompson.
As the Bobcats,
he's sacked all the way back to the 39-yard line. It's a loss of 10.
Look out, they're coming after him.
And will bring up fourth down and very long in a punting situation.
The sack goes to Mason Thompson. As the Bobcats, he's sacked all the way back to the
So the first punt of the game coming up here for Burley as the Preston defense stiffens as they get the ball across midfield. Bad snap, he has to go up and get it. And the punt is away and it's going to go out of bounds over here on the near side about the 15-yard line. The punt by Alexis Rivera, or Rivas, I should say, the junior punter, goes out of bounds and they're going to spot it. Let's see, trying to line it up. And the officials say, okay, right here on the 15. So it'll be first and 10 Preston from their own 15-yard line with 7:03 to play here in the first quarter, already leading 6-0.
Goes out of bounds and they're going to spot it.
As Ty Hyde brings the offense back out on the field.
The officials say, okay, right here.
Iverson, the lone setback, 2 receivers to either side. And they'll give it to Iverson. Iverson, a face mask here. His flags come in from several different directions as Iverson tried to cut back through the hole, and somebody reached out and grabbed him by the face mask and certainly slowed him up and allowed the defense to catch up.
And they'll give it to Iverson.
So there should be a face masking penalty coming up against the defense.
Came in from several different directions as Iverson tried to cut back through the hole.
There's the face mask. That'll move the ball about 15 yards here against Burley. That's the first penalty of the game.
Coming up against the defense.
That moves the ball all the way back out to the 37. First and 10, Preston from there. 3 receivers right this time for the Indians. Lone receiver left is Knapp. Iverson the setback. They'll give it to Iverson, finds another hole as coming up and grabbing him around the ankles.
37, first and 10, Preston from there. 3 receivers
was a number 58 that we don't have on our roster for Burley, so I can't identify him. It'll be a 3-yard game.
Grabbing him around the ankles.
As they swing it out, it goes to Isaiah Smith as they go quickly. Smith stumbles, he gets across the 50-yard line. That'll be good enough for another first down for the Preston Indians.
It'll be a 3-yard game. Swing it out, it goes to Isaiah Smith as they go.
So a 10-yard completion.
Stumbles, he gets across the 50-yard line. That'll be good enough for another first down.
Goes to Iverson. The Preston's going very quickly again. They give it back to Iverson again. And Iverson back across the 25.
10-yard completion.
27-yard run this time for Iverson.
Goes to Iverson. The Preston's going very quickly again. They give it back to Iverson.
And Burley trying to catch up. They want a timeout. We'll take one right here as well. Back in 30 seconds, Preston leads 6-0 here in the first quarter. We'll be right back on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and AM 1230 KBAR.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
More and more people are moving to the Preston area to live and retire. Since 1978, Ralph Construction's been building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community, the only 55-year-old plus community in the city of Preston. Come see the downsized, no-hassle lifestyle that Blue Sage Park offers. Ralph Construction will build to your custom specifications, or you can choose one of their existing floor plans. They're just starting phase 2, so there's plenty of great lots still available. Ralph Construction. So first and 10 Indians from their own 24-yard line. 2 setbacks in the backfield with Hyde now, as they'll again give it straight ahead. I believe that's Iverson on the carry. They'll stack him up as he tries to go forward. That's a short gain.
24-yard line. Two setbacks in the backfield with Hyde.
Steven Ramirez with the tackle.
They'll again give it straight ahead.
No gain on the play.
That's Iverson on the carry.
As Smith comes back in motion, he'll settle in the left slot. Hyde wants to throw, looking a little fade for the far corner in the end zone. Going to be just a little bit too far as
Steven Ramirez with the tackle.
Intended receiver on the play was Zay Davis for Preston, I believe, number 15.
Smith comes back in motion. He'll settle in the left slot. Hyde wants to throw, looking a little fade for the far corner in the end zone. Going to be just a little bit too far.
Third down and 10.
Intended receiver on the play was
As
Zay
Ty
Davis
wants to
for
roll
Preston.
left this time. Look like outnumbered play. Get it outside to Smith, and it goes right through his hands. Would have been a first down around the 10-yard line. So it's going to bring up fourth down here for Preston. As in this area of the field right here, it's kind of in no man's land, so they'll probably go for it here on fourth down. Too far to kick,
So it's going to bring up fourth
and not
down
enough
here
room
for
to
Preston.
punt. So at fourth and 10, with the ball on their own 24, they'll go for it here. As they're going to empty the backfield. They'll send two receivers left, three to the right. Hyde stands in the backfield by himself. They need the full 10 yards. Ty wants to throw. He's going to throw for the end zone. Wide open is Harris. Touchdown. Cole Harris wide open for the 24-yard touchdown pass.
Backfield by himself. They need the full 10 yards. Ty wants to throw. He's going to throw for the end zone. Wide
So
open.
Preston goes up 12-0, and they'll try the extra point again as Garrett Ward will come back out here and try to put the kick through. Out of the hold of Isaiah Smith. It's a fake. They'll throw underneath for the two-point conversion as they go back to Harris again for the two-point conversion. It's good. And it makes it 14-0 here for the Indians here in the first quarter. 5:21 left. We'll come back in 30 seconds for the kickoff right after this on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on AM 1230 KBAR.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Welcome to West Motor Ford. We love happy customers. With multiple financing options, it's easy to drive your new vehicle home. We offer a full line of new Fords and a constantly changing pre-owned vehicle inventory. Our service department is top-notch with technicians trained for everything from routine maintenance to major repairs. With a large selection of parts and accessories, including tires, we've got you covered. So come in and let us turn up your happy meter. Visit West Motor Ford in Preston today.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
The kickoff by Isaiah Smith is taken, and they bring it back out to the 40, as it was Carson Rice on the return. So down 14-0 here in the first quarter. The Burley offense comes back out onto the field.
The kickoff by Isaiah Smith is taken, and they bring it back out.
Dan
to
Hubbard
40.
here with you tonight. Glad to have you along here on the broadcast.
On the return. So down 14
As
in the first quarter,
they put a man in the slot to the left, two receivers right do Burley. Single receiver, a single running back in the backfield with him as well. As Gibbons is shouting out the instructions, and now going to swing it back out as this comes to Mort out here in the flat. Mort gets across right up to the 50-yard line, which should be right about good enough for a first down. As McKay Mort hauls that in, and
going to swing it back out as this
let's
comes
see.
to Mort out here in the
They
flat.
look at it, and it will be. It'll be a first down on the 10-yard pass
Which
play.
should be right about good enough for a first down.
So a 10-yard reception by Mort,
Hauls that in.
and another first down here for Burley. That's their fourth here in the first quarter. As Mort again goes in motion, back over to the left side. Gibbons flushed out of the pocket, now wants to run. Penalty marker coming in behind the play. Mort goes up to about the 35. He runs out of bounds. Let's see what the penalty is. Likely going to be a holding call by where they throw the flag at, and it will be. So bring the play back. This is going to move the ball back 10 more yards against the Bobcats.
Mort goes up to about the 35. He runs out of bounds. Let's see what the penalty
That's their
is.
second flag
Likely
here in the
gonna be a
first quarter here
holding call
tonight.
by where they throw the
And it's
flag
going
at,
to
and it will be.
move it back.
So bring the play back.
They'll
This
set
is
the
gonna be
ball all the
hopefully
way
a
back
ball
at
10 more
the
yards against
Burley
Bobcats.
37-yard line. So it's going to be
That's their second flag.
first down and 23. 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
Move it back.
So an obvious passing situation here for Gibbons again. He goes three receivers to the left. Single running back. Schaefer shows blitz for Preston, now backs out of it. And Gibbons wants to throw. Steps up into the pocket and steps up right into a man's arms and gets away. Hyde is after him, forces him to throw out into the flat. It's complete. And a 3-4 Preston Indians bring him down. And another penalty flag on the play over on the far side. If the play holds, it'll be about a 4-yard loss. Let's see what the officials are going to call this as they get together over on the far side. As they say something to Ty Hyde as they're walking past him, that's going to be a face mask, a 5-yard face mask against the Indians. So that's their first penalty of the night. That'll move the ball back up, actually about to where the line of scrimmage was. So it's still second down and 23 yards to go for a first down. So the 5-yard face mask penalty just kind of covered up the 5 yards they were going to lose on the play anyway. Mort wide right. Single setback is Gomez. They fake to Gomez, and now Gibbons again rolling left. The left-hander lobs it down the sidelines. He's got a man out there, but it's just too far overthrown.
Mort wide right.
It'll bring up third and 23 after the long incomplete pass.
Gomez, and now Gibbons again rolling left.
Trying to see who that is, who
the
pass is intended to.
Too far overthrown.
As it looks like it's number 12 was the intended receiver, Romero Garcia.
Long incomplete pass. Trying to see who that is, who the pass is intended to. As it looks like it's
so third down and 23. Ball still at the 38-yard line, and Preston jumps right over the nose. That is Mason Thompson. Was the first guy that moved. That'll be a 5-yard step off against the Indians.
Third down and 23. Ball still at the 38-yard line. And
so it'll stay third down, but it'll only be third down and 18 now.
That is Mason Thompson.
They still need to get to the Preston 40-yard line for the first down.
That'll be a 5-yard step off against the Indians.
And hold on 1 minute. Officials want to get together. Also, looks like the Burley coaching staff's going to come out onto the field here as well. So it's the Preston defense started to run off, then our head official tonight says, hold on, nope, don't go off, don't go anywhere, we're ready to go. So they'll whistle the ball back into play as the Burley offense will settle back into the huddle. Now they break the huddle and come back up to the line of scrimmage.
Head official tonight says, hold on, nope, don't go off, don't go anywhere, we're ready
third
to go.
down and 18.
So they'll whistle the ball back into play.
Gibbons out of the shotgun. Bad snap. Boy, almost lost it. Now they're going to try that center screen again, and it goes nowhere. As Hyde and Garrett Ward, the first two men there, it'll be a loss back to the 41-yard line and bring up fourth down and very long, as they'll now drop back in punt coverage again. As Andrew Iverson will stand at his own 25-yard line awaiting the punt here from Alexis Rivas. As it's almost blocked, a line drive kick that hits in front of Iverson. He picks it up dangerously at his 25, gets it out to the 35, falls forward to the 36. Iverson, who had an 85-yard kickoff return for a touchdown last week at Minico, as he charged forward and picked that ball up just about knee-high very dangerously with a couple of Burley Bobcats on his sides. but he's able to break away from the original tacklers and get it out to the 37. They finally bring him down. So 1st and 10 for Preston. 2:49 to play here in the first quarter. Hyde out of the shotgun, twin receivers to each side. Isaiah Smith goes back in motion to the right. Draw play. They'll give it to Iverson. Gets out near the 45, still on his feet. Ends up out at the 49-yard line before they finally bring him down. That'll be good enough for a first down. Give Iverson 11 more on the play.
45 still on his feet. Ends up out at the 49-yard line before they finally bring him down.
That gives Iverson 100 yards rushing unofficially here in the first quarter as that pass is batted down, incomplete, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Iverson last week in the game at Minico set a season high for carries in the game. He carried the ball a total of 23 times. That was a season high for him. They go right back to Iverson again. Cross midfield, across the 45, falls forward to the 44. That'll be another gain of 8 as they keep the ball on the ground.
A total of 23 times. That was a season high for him.
Third and 2 coming up here for Preston. As they grew kind of in a swarm formation. They'll toss to Iverson. He wants to come around the left side. They stack him up and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 1 back to the 45. Tylen Adams on the stop for the Bobcats. And 4th and about 3 coming up here for the Indians. As they'll go for it again, as they don't want to give the ball back. So 4th down and 3. Iverson the left side, the right side rather of Hyde. Ty's going to roll left, looking, throws underneath. Nope, he kept it and gets the first down as he dives across the 40. So Ty rushes for 8 yards, picks up the first down. That's his first carry of the night. Clock stops at 1:31 momentarily while they move the chains. Now it's rolling again. 2 receivers to each side here for the Indians. Iverson, the lone setback, stands on the left side of Hyde. And the defense jumps. That'll stop the clock momentarily while they as we an offside against the Bobcats line. Bring up 1st down and 5 here for the Indians as they put the ball down at the Burley 34 now.
That'll stop the clock momentarily while
they go in the same formation. The defense just about jumped again. Ty takes a quick look over at the sideline, see if they want to change the play, but they'll stay with what they got. 3 receivers left. And they'll swing it underneath to Iverson, who dropped it. That's a forward pass. That'll be an incomplete pass. Inside a minute to play here in the quarter. Clock stops on the incomplete pass with 53 seconds to play here in the quarter.
That's a forward pass. That'll be an incomplete pass.
Brings up 2nd down. Fake to Iverson. Throw down the sidelines. There's a man wide open down the middle, and it's incomplete, I believe. Yes, it is. They tried to get it to Caden Bernard, and just a step out in front of him. Bernard tried to dive and bring it in. When he hit the ground, the ball came loose. So he did not have possession of the ball. So it brings up 3rd down and 5. That was a heck of a play by Caden Bernard, though. Hyde out of the shotgun, rolling left, still wants to roll, looking, throws underneath, and that'll be incomplete as well, as that was intended for the tight end, Gordon Knapp, as brings up 4th down and 5. They went for it before on 4th and 4. You can bet your nickels they're going to go for it here on 4th and 5 this time.
Incomplete as well, as that was intended for the tight end, Gordon Knapp.
40 seconds left in the quarter. Pair of incomplete passes by Ty. Here in the first quarter, Ty, in fact, he's missed on 4 passes in a row. He's 2 of 6 for a total of 20 yards. So another 4th down attempt here by the Indians.
Left in the quarter. Pair of incomplete passes by Ty. Here in the first quarter,
they're 1 out of 1 on 4th down tries so far tonight. Hyde wants to throw, looking. Pump fake. Now he's going to go deep toward the end zone again. There's Garrett Ward, but they strip it away from him, and it's incomplete, and the Burley offense will get the ball back at their own 34-yard line as they turn it over on downs.
Wants to throw, looking. Pump fake. Now he's going to go deep toward the end zone again. There's Garrett
So
Ward.
still time to run a play here in the first quarter. Preston on top, 14-0.
Get the ball back at their own.
Pair of touchdown passes for Ty Hyde in the early going here in the quarter. A 10-yard touchdown pass to Garrett Ward and then a 27-yard touchdown pass to Cole Harris.
First quarter, Preston on top, 14-0.
So first and 10. Gibbons out of the shotgun.
A 10-yard touchdown pass.
Looking over the middle, now wants to throw, throws it down the right side, goes to Mort. Mort has it, out of bounds, out to the 33. That's a great throw.
Gibbons out of the shotgun. A 10-yard touchdown pass. Looking over the middle, now wants to throw, throws it down the
33-yard
right
pass
side,
play where they set it down.
Out of bounds, out to the 33.
As the pass complete to Mort for 33. First and 10.
33-yard pass play where they set it down.
Again, Gibbons wants to look left this time. They're coming after him. He just kind of throws it away. There's nobody within 20 yards of that. That's got to be intentional grounding. Eric Thorson walks out on the field with his hands held straight out, saying, "What the heck?"
Wants to look left this time.
There was nobody within 20 yards of that pass, and he threw it just simply to avoid a sack.
That's got to be intentional grounding.
And doesn't look like they're going to call anything. They're going to let it stand. Wow, they got away with one.
Held straight out, saying, "What the heck?"
So second and 10 on the incomplete pass.
Within 20 yards of that pass,
Two receivers to the left. Single receiver right is Mort. Shotgun snap. Gibbons has it. Not a good snap down by his ankles. They set up that screen pass again as this one goes to Gomez. It'll be a short gain. Looks like about a 4-yard gain on the screen pass. And when we come back to start the second quarter, it'll be third down and 6 coming up for the Burley Bobcats. We'll take a 60-second timeout. We'll move to the second quarter when we come back on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH, along with AM 1230 KBAR.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Hi, this is Bob Larson from LSS Insurance. Finally, good news about Medicare plans for Franklin and Rich County. A new Medicare Advantage plan is now available that'll lower your costs and provide you with much better coverage. Learn the plan details at our Logan office, Tuesday, October 15th at 2 or 6:30 p.m. We're select health-appointed agents with the answers you need about Medicare. For accommodations of persons with special needs at the meetings, call 752-9493. That's 752-9493.
Imagine a world with no football. Yeah, we don't want that either. Football lives here on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield IMG College.
The Aggies have the week off, but return home next Saturday against the Nevada Wolfpack. Pregame is at 7 p.m. with the kickoff at 8:15.
Hey everybody, this is Scott Gerard, and this is your home for Utah State Athletics. 105.5 FM and AM 1340 KACH, Preston.
KACH.
Gerard, and this is your home for Utah State Athletics.
False start here on the first play of the quarter number 2, called against the Bobcats. That'll push them back again. That'll go from third down and about 7 to third down and 12. Fourth flag of the game called against Burley for a total of 35 yards. So Burley, who racked up 5 first downs in the first quarter, start here on a little bit of a hole in the second quarter. Third and long coming up for the offense. Gibbons out of the shotgun. Looking, now wants to roll right. Still rolling, being chased as Rollins is after him, gets around the corner, gets the first down as he gets up to the 20-yard line. He's finally run out of bounds.
Start here on a little bit of a hole in the second quarter. Third and long coming up for the offense. Gibbons out of the shotgun.
That's a 17-yard scamper for Gibbons.
Still rolling, being chased as Rollins is after him, gets around the corner, gets the first
and another
down
first down.
Gets up to the 20-yard line, but he's finally run out of bounds.
They spot the ball actually just over the 20 at the 19.
That's a 17-yard scamper.
3 receivers left now for the Bobcats. They want to throw underneath. It's complete and immediately brought down as soon as he catches the ball is Romero Garcia. It'll be a short gain for Garcia. Gets it across the 15.
They want to throw underneath.
Call it a 4-yard completion.
Immediately brought down as soon as he catches the ball is Romero
And it's second
Garcia.
down and 6 here.
It'll be a short gain for Garcia.
Deep in Preston territory this time for
the
Bobcats.
Call it a 4-yard completion.
Gibbons wants to come up and kind of change plays. He's letting everybody know what the play is now.
Deep in Preston territory
As he settles back in, tells Garcia what the play is as well, standing on his left hip. Wants to throw, looking right, now rolls left, throws across the middle, tries to go to Mort, but it's too tall for the wide receiver. The 5'11 junior from McCray Mort couldn't quite get to it, and it'll bring up third down and 6.
Wants to throw, looking right, now rolls left, throws across the middle, tries to go to Mort, but it's too tall for the wide receiver.
Let's see what the Bobcats will have in mind here this time. Third down and 6 as the quarterback Gibbons took a second to run over by the bench to get a play. They'll send 3 receivers right this time as the Preston the defensive line will jump. This should be a penalty against the Indians. As the offensive line started to walk backwards, but now hold on. Now they stop. And they're really standing around looking at the officials to see what they're going to call. As it will be against the Bobcats. That'll push them back 5 yards again.
Now they stop. And they're really standing around looking at the officials.
So it's third down and 11. As the ball again goes all the way back to the 20-yard line.
The Bobcats, that'll push them back 5 yards again.
They'll stay with the original play formation. They'll send 3 receivers right.
Third down and 11.
The running back Gomez stands on the right side of Gibbons. Gibbons looking right, now wants to roll, steps up into the pocket. Nobody there, but he throws across the middle into a crowd. And it's too tall, as this one was intended for Jake Bracken. It was out of his reach as well. So fourth down now.
On the right side of Gibbons. Gibbons looking right, now wants to roll, steps up into the pocket. Nobody there, but he throws across the middle into
the Bobcats probably figured to be just like the Preston Indians offense, and they'll go for it. Nope, they're going to settle in. Looks like a field goal attempt coming up here. And as they'll set this down at the 26-yard line, 25-yard line make it, so a 35-yard attempt. As coming in is Luis Gomez to try the field goal. Boy, big leg, but he hooked it. No good. He hooked it left.
6-yard line.
So the field goal attempt is no good. Preston will take over at their own 20.
35-yard attempt.
First and 10 with 10:17 to play here in the first half.
Boy, big leg.
Coming up at halftime, it'll be the Ralph Builders halftime report. We'll go through and recap the first half, look at the stats as well from the first half of tonight's game. Here on senior night at Preston High School.
It'll be the Ralph Builders halftime report. We'll go through and recap
Pretty good crowd here with us tonight. Stands are pretty much full here on the Preston side. And several people have made the trip over from Burley as well. Hand off to Iverson on the draw play. Big hole up the middle. Gets across the 30 up to the 35. Brought down just over the 35-yard line. Iverson had a season high in carries last week. Picks up his 7th carry there and rumbles for 15 yards.
Big hole up the middle. Gets across the 30 up to the 35.
Unofficially 123 for Iverson here in the first half.
Iverson had
another first down for the Preston Indians.
Picks up his 7th carry there and rumbles for 15 yards.
Swing it out this time as it comes to Smith. Trying to get around the corner, and he does. Gets across the 40. Ends up over in the Preston bench. They'll mark it about the 42.
Another first down for the Preston Indians.
One official standing at the 42, and the other one on the far side is standing at the 43.
As it comes to Smith, trying to get around the corner.
They'll mark it at the 43. It's a 7-yard pass play.
They'll mark it about the 42.
Second down and 3 coming up. Give it to Ward. Garrett right up the middle, across midfield, gets up to the 48-yard line as he crosses over to the center stripe.
They'll mark it at the 43. It's a 7-yard pass play. Second down and 3.
Ward rushes for the first down. He picks up 9 yards on the play.
Right up the middle, across midfield, gets up to
another first down. They'll fake it to Ward this time. Hyde will keep it. Runs over a man. Puts his head down and goes to the 40. Wow. Coming up to try to make the tackle was number 40, Matt Evans. And he met 6'9" Ty Hyde head on and got run over.
Wow.
Ty runs for 7 yards. Second down and 3.
Was number 40, Matt Evans. And he met 6'9" Ty Hyde head on and got run over.
Here's the second down play. They'll swing it back out to Isaiah Smith again. Smith gets around the corner. Flag comes down late as he gets across out to about the 35. Should have distance for the first down, but let's see what the flag is first.
Here's the second down play. They'll swing it back out to Isaiah Smith.
Yes.
Smith gets around the corner.
Mr. Whitehat steps out and says it's a holding penalty against the Preston Indians.
Should have distance for the first
so
down.
instead of a first down, it's going to move the ball back. As they'll set it all the way back. Back to the 48-yard line, 49-yard line, 48-yard line. So right back to the original line of scrimmage. So it's second down and 10 after the penalty against Preston.
As it set it all the way back to the 40.
Twin receivers to each side. Pump fake. They're going to go deep and man open again. It's complete and it's complete to Harris for the touchdown. 48-yard touchdown pass.
Twin receivers to each side. Pump fake. They're going to go
for Harris, his second touchdown pass reception of the night.
Complete to Harris for the touchdown.
As Ty hits his cousin Cole Harris for the second time. Garrett Ward will come in and try the extra point.
Second touchdown pass, reception of the
20-0 with 8:24 to play here in quarter number 2. Snap, spot, kick is up, and it is good. As Gary hits the extra point, that makes it 21-0. Back with a kickoff after this on 105.5 FM, AM 1340 KACH, and AM 1230 KBAR.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence
KACH.
Region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so
the Indians will kick it off here
start healing.
As Isaiah Smith will kick it back. Preston with a 21-point lead. You know, it's all the things that Preston has done this year to get out to that 4-2 record. They've only gone off with a lead at halftime once in the first 6 games.
The Indians will kick
it's been the second half where the defense would stiffen and allow them to come back. As the kickoff down the middle, taking about the 10-yard line, brought right straight ahead. As getting across the 30, falls forward to the 32. As the return is by Carson Rice. Pretty good return, 1st and 10 for the Bobcats at their own 32 with 8:17 to play here in the second quarter. Preston this year on defense in the second half in their 6 games have allowed a total of 20 points. Total. Less than 4 points per game in the second half that they've allowed. Snap goes to Gibbons, rolling right, big hole, going down the sidelines, gets to the midfield, makes a little move there on Ward, and steps out of bounds as he gets up to the Preston 44-yard line.
snap goes to Gibbons, rolling right, big hole.
24-yard run this time for Gibbons.
Makes a little move there on Ward.
Another first down for Burley. First and 10 on the Preston side of the midfield stripe. Gibbons wants to throw. A lot of time. Now has to roll left to try to get out of trouble. Just flings it down the sideline. Has a man there, but it's knocked out of bounds. Great play defensively. Justin Inglet, the junior for the Indians, comes over and knocks it away at the last second. Incomplete pass.
Now has to roll left to try to get out of trouble. Just flings it down the sideline. Has a man there, but it's knocked out of bounds.
They had a man there as he was trying to tippy-toe along the sidelines. Was Romero Garcia.
Comes over and knocks it away at the last second. Incomplete pass.
But Inglet able to come over and take just one big swipe at it and knock it away. Second down and 10.
There as he was trying to tippy-toe.
Two receivers to either side. Single set back with Gibbons. Now they're going to put McMort in motion. Gibbons has to roll right, get out of trouble, plants, throws deep, and it's going to be too deep for everybody. This is going to be incomplete as they tried to go deep to Garcia again.
Single set back with Gibbons. Now they're going to put McMort in
so
motion.
Third down and 10.
Gibbons has to roll
as
right,
the clock will stop once
plants,
again
throws deep, and it's going to be too deep for everybody.
with 7:48 to play.
As they tried to go deep to Garcia again.
Here in the first half. A pair of long touchdown receptions from Hyde to Cole Harris. Breaks the game open for Preston so far here in the second quarter, and the defensive line jumps again for Preston. As again, right over the nose. That's Mason Thompson again, the nose tackle who jumps. 5-yard penalty against Preston. Their fourth flag of the half for a total of 25 yards. So third down and 5 becomes from third and long. It goes to third and manageable.
Mason Thompson again, the nose tackle who jumps.
Pump fake out to the right. Gibbons rolling left, throws underneath. He's got a man who dropped it.
For a total of 25 yards.
Gomez had it right in stride. May have taken his eyes off at the last second, off his fingertips, and it falls incomplete, and it's going to be 4th and 5.
Gibbons rolling left, throws underneath. He's got a man who dropped it. Gomez had it right in stride. May have taken his eyes off at the last second, off his fingertips.
So Burley has only punted once tonight.
It's going to be 4th and 5.
But they'll go for it here, 4th down and 5 from the Preston 39. Gibbons out of the shotgun, looking, rolling right, stops, throws underneath, has a man who's knocked out of bounds.
But they'll go for it here.
Good enough for a first down. As coming up and making the catch, as the Bobcats get a first down.
Gibbons out of the shotgun, looking, rolling right, stops,
pass complete to a number 32 that we don't have on our roster.
Good enough for a first down. As coming up and making
well, another first down for Burley. Their 8th of the half.
As the Bobcats get a first down. Out of the shotgun, looking, rolling right, pass complete to a number
as they'll give it off to Gomez around the right side, gets around the corner, gets up near the 25-yard line.
Well, another first down for Burley.
That'll be, actually, they'll mark it back at the 27. Connor Schaefer helps on the stop for Preston. It'll be a 4-yard gain, second down and 6 coming up here.
Up near the 25-yard line. Another first down for Burley. That'll be, actually, they'll mark it back at the 27. Connor Schaefer helps
again, they'll send a couple of receivers to the right side, single receiver left. Gibbons fakes, pulls it down, keeps it himself, gets across the 20, has another first down as he goes forward. Another first down, he gets up to the 16-yard line.
Again, they'll send a couple of receivers to the right side, single receiver left. Gibbons fakes, pulls it down, keeps it himself.
So give him 10 more on the play.
20 has another first down as he goes forward.
68 yards unofficially in the first half for Gibbons. They come quickly. They give it back to Gomez. Gomez fights and wrestles and finally drug out of bounds as he gets up to the 5-yard line.
So give him 10 more on the play.
They're going to say he stepped out of bounds back at the 7.
68 yards unofficially in the first half for Gibbons.
As that'll be a 9-yard gain for Gomez.
Gomez fights and
Second down and 1 as England wrestled him out of bounds.
Gets up to the 5-yard line. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds.
They're going to bring the receiver back over here to the left side. So 2 receivers left, single receiver right is Mort. Fake handoff up the middle. Gibbons is going to roll. Still running. Turns it back up inside and has the touchdown. So Burley gets on the board. 6-yard TD run by Gibbons.
Fake handoff up
makes it 21-6.
Still running. Turns it back up inside and has the touchdown.
Point after pending here. As
Burley gets on the board.
They'll try the point after. It'll be Luis Gomez to try the point.
Fake handoff makes it 21-6.
Out of the hold of Gibbons, and they want to change footballs here.
Point after pending here. As Burley gets on the board.
Now we're ready.
After it'll be Luis Gomez to try
Gibbons
the
to hold, Gomez to kick. Here for the extra point.
Out of the hold of Gibbons.
Snap is pretty good, a little high, but Gibbons gets it down and he bangs it through. So with 6:28 to play here in the quarter, it is Preston 21, Burley 7. Take a timeout, 30 seconds worth on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on AM 1230 KBAR.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
West Motor Company has a lifetime warranty.
Well, I guess the secret's out. West Motor in Preston and Logan is now including a no-charge, lifetime powertrain warranty on almost every vehicle we sell.
Almost every vehicle West Motor sells has a lifetime warranty, and your prices are the best around. Why would anybody go anywhere else?
I can't think of a single reason.
Lifetime warranty only at westmotorcompany.com.
Listen for Dan.
So Iverson and Barnard back deep for the Indians. Standing about their own 5-yard line as Gomez will kick off here for Burley. 6:28 to play here in the first half. 21-7, Preston on top. Line drive kick, that's going to come down to Iverson inside his own 5-yard line. Cuts back up the middle, finds a hole, a little bit of a crease, gets across the 25, falls forward to the 27, and that's where the Preston offense will come back out onto the field again. Preston offense has done pretty well so far tonight. Iverson, who had a big night carrying the ball a week ago with a pair of touchdowns. 3 touchdowns in the game overall last week for Andrew. He's rushed for 123 yards in the first half unofficially.
Iverson, who had a big night carrying the ball a week
As the
ago
Preston offense ready to go. 1st and 10 from their own ball at the 27 where they spotted the ball.
123 yards in the first half.
Hyde wants to throw, looking. He's got a man deep again. It's Smith this time. Isaiah's got it, and he's off to the races, and he's gone. Touchdown. 77-yard touchdown reception.
Looking. He's got a man deep again. It's Smith this time. Isaiah's
So what has
got
become
it,
a very quick strike offense for the Preston Indians here tonight. 77-yard touchdown pass to Isaiah Smith.
A very quick strike offense for the Preston Indians here tonight.
Hyde with his 3rd touchdown pass of the first half. Spot, kick is up, and it is good. So Garrett Ward knocks that through, and it makes it 28-7 with 6:08 to play in the quarter. We'll keep it here.
Hyde with his 3rd touchdown
As
pass in the first half.
I said Ty with 3 touchdown passes. He actually has 4. Had the one in the first quarter as well. This last one, 77 yards to Isaiah Smith.
We'll keep it here. As I said, Ty with 3 touchdown passes. He actually has 4. Had the one in the first quarter as well. This last one, 77 yards to Isaiah Smith.
Makes it 28-7. And still only about halfway through the quarter number 2.
Makes it
Sends us running for our stat sheet here. I believe the 4 touchdowns, it ties the season high for Ty. He had 4 touchdown passes in the game here against Century a couple of weeks ago. So here's the kickoff by Isaiah Smith. This is going to come down about the 15. It's taken there, 20, 22, and finally drugged down as it's Carson Rice. Drugged down, and that's where the Burley offense comes back out. 1st and 10 from their own 22 with 6:03 to play.
Taken there, 20, 22, and finally drugged down as it's Carson Rice.
Ty has thrown for touchdowns in every game except one so far this year.
1st and 10 from their own 22 with 6:03 to play.
1st and 10 for the Bobcats as they come back out on the field. 3 receivers right. Gomez, the lone setback. Fake it to Gomez. Gibbons come around the left side. Gets across the 25, falls forward to the 27-yard line. That'll be a gain of 5. Connor Schaefer amongst others who are there. Justin Inglett and Rawlings all there.
Fake it to Gomez. Gibbons come around the left side. Gets across the 25, falls
5-yard gain on the play.
That'll be a gain of 5. Connor Schaefer amongst others who are there.
Gibbons,
Justin Inglett,
73-yard rushings here in the first half for the Bobcats. Again, they'll go 3 receivers right. Bad snap down around his ankles, but he's able to finally pick it up. Now he's going to roll right, wide open, has a man out in the flat, across the 40, up to midfield. It's Gomez, breaks a tackle. He's gone down the sidelines, and finally Iverson able to shove him out of bounds with some help from Tate Green for Preston.
Pick it up. Now he's going to roll right, wide open.
That's a big gain, however.
Across the 40, up to midfield. It's Gomez, breaks a tackle. He's gone down the sidelines, and finally Iverson able to
37-yard pass play
with some help from Tate Green for Preston. That's a big gain, however.
From Gibbons to Gomez.
Breaks a tackle. He's gone down the sidelines, and finally Iverson able to
37-yard pass play.
With some help from Tate Green.
1st and 10, back into Preston territory. They spotted it at the 28-yard line.
From Gibbons
changing plays. As someone yells in a new play from the sideline. Looks down at his wristband, now settles back into the shotgun formation.
1st and 10.
Takes the snap, looking down the field. Not much of a rush by the Indians. Now he's going to roll left, now throw back toward the end zone. He's got a man down there. Iverson comes over on the defend and knocks it away at the last minute. No, they didn't. He caught it.
Takes the snap, looking down the field.
As it is, it's a touchdown for the Bobcats.
The end zone. He's got a man down there. Iverson comes over on the defend.
So Brackett able to make the catch on the touchdown reception.
No, they didn't.
I thought the saw the ball come loose, but apparently not. As they're able to bring that in.
For the Bobcats.
So Burley doing their best to stay close here. Makes it 21-13, still with 4:20 to play here in the quarter.
I thought the saw the ball come loose, but apparently
they'll go for 2.
As they're able to bring that in.
New running back in the backfield is Preston Ramos. As Gibbons throws across the middle, and it is caught for the 2-point conversion. Again, he goes back again to Bracken. So first the hold on flag on the field.
Back in the backfield is Preston Ramos. As
holding
against
against Burley. That'll push him back 10 yards and give him a chance to go for the 2-point conversion again.
So first the hold on flag on the field. In the backfield is Preston Ramos. As holding against Burley.
Now let's see if they're going to go for 2 here again. They're going to just try for the 1-point conversion since after the penalty. Looks like they'll just settle for the conventional 1-point attempt here for the extra point here.
Now let's see if they're going to go for 2
they come on to try the extra point. Spot kick is up and
1 point.
No good. Missed it again. Hooked it again to the left. So the kick is wide left once again. It's 28-13. Preston leads with 4:21 to play. 30-second timeout. Back with a kickoff after this on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and AM 1230 KBAR.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that $20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search KASASA.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
KACH.
To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search KASASA.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at
So
Advantage
the
Plus
Bobcats
Federal
able
Credit
to
Union. Federally insured by the
get the ball back in the end zone. A long touchdown pass from Gibbons to Bracken. The extra point no good. 28-13, 4:21 still to play here in the first half. And why do you get the idea? We're still going to see a lot more points scored here in the half before we go into the break.
Touchdown pass from Gibbons to Bracken.
Here's the kick, little pooch kick this time, as it's going to go to Isaiah Smith at his own 20. Smith stepped out of bounds. He got up right around the 26.
See a lot more points scored here in the half.
Tried to make a move up the sidelines and stepped out of bounds.
Here's the kick.
Trying to get around a man.
As it's going to go to Isaiah Smith at his own 20.
So Ty will bring the offense back out on the field.
Stepped out of bounds. He got up right around the 26.
He's hit on long touchdown passes tonight. 24 yards, 48 yards, 77 yards.
So Ty will bring the offense back out on the field.
And 1st and 10 from the 25.
Touchdown passes tonight.
3 receivers left for the for the Indians.
48 yards, 77
Single receiver left. Ty, little pitch out goes to Iverson. Nice job by the defense to stretch it out. Becomes a short gain for Iverson. Good pursuit. Bracken, the first man there to try to bring him down.
Single receiver left.
Be a 2-yard gain for Iverson. But it could have been a lot more if it wasn't for Bracken stringing the play out.
Becomes a short gain for Iverson. Good pursuit. Bracken, the first man.
Second down and 8. Fake to Iverson. Ty wants to roll left. Now in trouble, throws, and there's his receiver up to the 48-yard line. As he finds Cole Harris again for another first down.
Fake to Iverson. Ty wants to roll left, now in trouble, throws, and
they'll mark the ball at the 47-yard line. So that's a gain of about 20 on the scramble by Ty Hyde, finding his cousin.
For another first down.
This time they go to Iverson. He wants to come right, gets across midfield. Whoop! Tried to plant and kind of slipped as his feet went out from under him. As he gets across up, they'll mark it at the 49-yard line.
Scramble by Ty Hyde, finding his
That's a gain of 4 on the play this time for Andrew.
Gets across midfield. Whoop! Tried to plant and kind of slipped as his feet went out from under him.
Second down and 6 coming up.
They'll mark it at the 49-yard line. Scramble by Ty Hyde, finding his cousin. That's a gain of 4 on the play this time for Andrew.
Inside handoff as it's going to lose a couple of yards. As they try to get it to Garrett Ward on a little jet sweep action. He loses a couple of yards. It brings up 3rd down and almost a full 10 yards back to gain again.
Inside handoff as it's going to lose a couple of yards. As they try to get it to Garrett Ward on a little jet sweep.
So 3rd and 10. 3 receivers right here for Preston in the 3rd down play.
Almost a full 10 yards back to gain.
Knapp, the lone receiver left. Ty's going to roll right, looking. Now throw back across field. Knapp is out there. It's going to be too far for everybody, as that'll go incomplete and bring up 4th down.
Receivers right here for Preston in the 3rd down play. Full 10 yards back to gain. Knapp, the lone
So
receiver
4th
left.
down for Preston.
Ty's going to roll right.
They have shown a tendency not to punt tonight, but they're going to buck that trend this time as they'll bring in Isaiah Smith to kick it here. As he goes back and stands about his own 35-yard line.
Down for Preston. They have shown a
Luis
tendency
Gomez
not to punt tonight, but
drops
they're gonna
back
buck
deep
that
here
trend
for
this time.
for the Bobcats as he stands right about his own 20. Smith fields that on a bounce, end-over-end punt line drive kick as Gomez gets away from it. And there is Knapp to down it as he downs it at the 17-yard line.
He stands right about his own 20. Smith fields that on a bounce, end-over-end punt line drive kick as
So 1st and 10 again, Burley.
Gomez gets away from it.
They trail by 15 points here in the second quarter. And the way the Preston defense plays in the second half, that's a big hill to climb unless they can put a couple of balls in the end zone here before they go into the halftime break.
By 15 points here in the second quarter.
3 receivers into the pattern. Bad snap as Gibbons able to pick it up. Now wants to throw. Throws down the far sideline. He's got a man there, and it's incomplete.
Before they go into the halftime break.
Intended for McCray Mort, but knocked away at the last minute.
3 receivers into the pattern.
As
bad snap.
It was Hunter Wright, the junior, out there on man-to-man coverage with Mort. Looked like he may have got a hand on it to strip it out of Mort's hands.
But knocked away at the last minute.
So 2nd down and 10.
It was Hunter Wright.
Clock stops again after the incomplete pass. 1:53 to play in the half.
Looked like he may have got a hand on it to strip it out of Mort's
They'll go 3 receivers left once again. Preston Ramos, the lone setback.
2nd down and 10.
Gibbons wants to throw. Here they come, and they got it. Others flags coming down from everywhere. The sack was by Mason Thompson. Let's see what the penalty flags are.
Left once again. Preston Ramos,
one came in from the back judge and one came in from the referee.
Wants to throw. Here they come.
It's holding offense. They'll decline it and they'll take the sack. It pushes the ball all the way back inside the 11-yard line.
Let's see what the penalty flags are. One came in from the back judge and one came in from the referee.
Now hold on. Now they're going to move the ball forward a couple of yards.
Offense. They'll decline it and they'll take the sack. It pushes the ball all the way back inside.
So it'll be 3rd down and 15. They spotted officially at the 13-yard line.
Now hold on. Now they're going to move the ball forward a couple of yards.
Mort wide right. Couple of receivers left. They throw across the middle. Bracken has it. Breaks a tackle. Gets across the 30. Has the 1st down. Up to the 32. 20-yard pass play. Good for a 1st down.
Wide right. Couple of receivers left. They throw across the middle. Bracken has it. Breaks a tackle. Gets across the 30. Has the 1st down.
Want to throw it again. Gibbons looking. Now throws down the middle. Has a man out there, but it's going to be intercepted by Isaiah Smith.
20-yard pass play.
Nope, now they're going to call it incomplete as Isaiah was wrestling with it and lost the ball. Incomplete pass. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
Throw it again. Gibbons looking. Now throws down the middle. Has a man out there, but it's going to be intercepted by Isaiah Smith. Nope, now they're going to call it incomplete as Isaiah was wrestling with it and lost the ball. Incomplete pass. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
1:11 to play in the half as the clock stops. Bracken in the slot left.
1:11 to play in the half.
Keep an eye on him as Gibbons throws underneath quickly, as that's going to be complete over on the right side. That's complete to Mort.
Bracken in the slot.
As that'll be short of the 1st down. It will be a gain of about 8 and bring up 3rd down and 2 on the catch by Mort.
As that's going to be complete over on the right
They'll
side.
go quickly. They throw the ball underneath and it's incomplete.
As that'll be short of the 1st down. It will be a gain of about 8.
So an incomplete pass by Gibbons. 4th down and 2.
Catch by Mort. That's going to be complete on the right. They'll go quickly. They throw the ball underneath and it's incomplete.
So 4th and short.
So an incomplete pass by Gibbons. 4th down.
Neither team has really shown they want to punt the ball too much here tonight, as they'll go for it again on 4th down, even though it's in their own territory. Gibbons throws underneath quickly, and it's incomplete.
4th and short.
So the Preston Indians will take over again. Gordon Knapp was there on the defense. He may have got a hand on that.
go for it again.
Either way, it's incomplete, and the Preston offense will come back out onto the field.
Gibbons throws underneath quickly, and it's incomplete.
42 seconds to play in the half.
Indians will take over again.
Let's see what the Preston Brain Trust has in store here and in mind to try to do, leading by 15 with 42 seconds to play here in the half.
42 seconds to play in the half.
3 receivers left. Single receiver right is England. They throw across the middle. It's complete as Isaiah Smith gets it up across the 25. Falls forward to the 23. Penalty flag back here at the line of scrimmage, however, as Ty just kind of rolls his high head and shoulders, and you know it's against the offense. It's coming back.
As Isaiah Smith gets it up across the 25.
So it'll be a holding penalty against the Indians. So that'll push them back 10 yards.
As Ty just kind of rolls his
Fifth flag against Preston here in the first half for a total of 35 yards tonight. Puts the ball back across midfield. They'll spot it at the Preston 48. Clock starts with 35 seconds to play. 2 receivers to either side. Out of the shotgun, Hyde. Ty looking, wants to go deep. Goes deep for Ward. Garrett is there. He's got it and then dropped it. Garrett had to go in and out of his hands.
2 receivers to either side.
As it falls incomplete and brings up second down and long, as the clock now stops again with 23 seconds to play in the half.
Garrett had to go in and out of his hands. 2 receivers to either side. As it falls incomplete, brings up second down and long, as the clock now stops again with 23 seconds to play in the half.
Iverson stands on Ty's right side. Ty rolling, still rolling, now looking down the sidelines. I'm sure we had another penalty back here. That falls incomplete.
Iverson stands on Ty's right
side. Going to bring up third down again. As clock stops with 16 seconds.
Now looking down the sidelines. I'm sure we had another penalty back here. That falls incomplete.
As now
bring up third down again.
The Indians will call timeout.
As clock stops with 16 seconds. Now looking down the sidelines. Sure we had another penalty back here.
So 28-13.
Now
as Ty Hyde hits on 4 touchdown passes here in the first half. Burley has gotten a couple of scores as well.
28-13.
6-yard run by Gibbons and a 38-yard touchdown pass from Gibbons to Bracken.
Burley's gotten a couple of scores as well. 28-13. 6-yard run by Gibbons.
So Preston here with 16 seconds left. They'll empty the backfield. 5 receivers into the pattern. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Ty wants to throw, lobs it up the sidelines, tries to go to Iverson. He has it at the 20, at the 32, and quickly a timeout called by by the Indians. With 8 seconds to play as Eric Thorson runs over to the officials and gets a timeout. So the offense will come over and visit with the coach here again with 8 seconds left.
And quickly a timeout called by by the Indians.
So nice little fade pattern there.
Runs over the officials and gets a timeout. So the offense will come over and visit with the coach here again with 8 seconds left. And quickly a timeout called by the Indians. Nice little
with the long touchdown passes. Ty unofficially here in the first half with 142 yards passing and 4 touchdowns. Sounds impressive, but has a high number of incompletions mixed up in there as well. 3 receivers right. Ty's going to roll right, throws underneath, gets it to Ward, who steps out of bounds, gets up to the 25-yard lines with 4 seconds left in the half.
Sounds impressive, but
good enough for another first down.
High number of incompletions mixed up in there as well. 3 receivers right.
As Cole Harris will come back in.
He steps out of bounds, gets up to the 25.
First and 10, they spot the ball at the Burley 26.
Good enough for another first down. As
And timeout again. 4.9 seconds officially on the clock.
Ball at the Burley 26.
As again, Coach Iverson will get together with the offense. Don't have much time left to try to do anything.
And timeout again. 4.9 seconds officially on the clock.
Throw a fade pattern to the corner.
As again, Coach
Ty also
Iverson
likes
will
to
get
go
together
right
with the
down the
offense.
seam, right down the
Don't have
hash
much
marks
time left to try to do anything.
to one of his receivers on a little crossing pattern. They'll send 3 receivers left this time.
Throw a fade
2
pattern
receivers
to the
right.
corner. Ty also likes to go right
Want to
down
find
the
Harris.
seam,
He's
right
in
down
the
the
slot
hash
left. Ty looking left, throws down the middle. There's Harris. He's got it. Touchdown.
Send 3 receivers left this time. 2 receivers.
Harris makes the play. A 26-yard touchdown pass.
Harris, he's in the slot left.
And they'll have an untimed down here to kick the extra point.
There's Harris. He's got it. Touchdown.
Remember I told you we'd see a bunch more points before the quarter was over?
Harris makes the play. A 26-yard touchdown
As they go to
pass.
Harris for the 3rd time here in the first
And they'll
half.
have an untimed down here to
Extra
kick the
point
extra point.
is spotted. The kick by Garrett Ward is up and good as we go to the halftime break. Preston leading 35-13. Take a 3-minute timeout. We'll come back with the Ralph Builders halftime report. We'll do all that as we continue. 3-minute timeout on FM 105.5, AM 1340 KACH, and AM 1230 KBAR.
Take a 3-minute timeout. We'll come back with the Ralph.
MyLocalRadio.com.
Are you looking for a different kind of spot for lunch, dinner, or to do catering for your next event? Then try the Island Bowl Grill inside Poppin' Pins right here in Preston. At Island Bowl Grill, they have the best Hawaiian fare in the area. The combination of teriyaki and Korean influences can only be described in one way: mouth-watering. Offering 3 different catering options, Island Bowl Grill can host your next party in-house at Poppin' Pins Bowling Center. You can pick up for takeout, or they can come right to your house and prepare the food on site for your next party. What could be easier? Go to poppinpins.com for more information on Island Bowl Grill, or call 208-425-6128. Poppin' Pins Bowling Center, 411 South US Highway 91 in Preston.
The Limbic Arc may help you or someone you know be more calm. It's simple to use. Find out more by logging on to mylocalradio.com and clicking on the Limbic Arc logo. Check it out now. Visit mylocalradio.com and click on any Limbic Arc logo.
Advertise your open positions on the radio. You'll be amazed how quickly you see a response. You'll reach more people for less. The job stop includes radio and internet advertising. Call us for more info. We're a local company with a toll-free number, 833-856-9625. That's 833-856-9625.
If you're doing some cleanup work around the yard, the house, the garage, or the farm, remember, you can turn scrap metal into cash when you take that metal to Idaho Salvage and Metal in Preston. They pay top dollar for aluminum cans, aluminum window and door frames, brass and steel. They take junk cars and trucks, farm equipment, and industrial gear. So rather than taking that stuff to the landfill, park it on the scales at Idaho Salvage and Metal on West Oneida in Preston.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
From sunup to sundown, we spend our time on the dairy, caring for cows, and producing milk. And we also love being part of our tight-knit communities, being advocates for the kids in our schools, and being providers of safe, nutritious food for families around here and around the world. As your local dairy producers, we are more than farmers. We are Dairy West.
The halftime report is brought to you by Ralph's Construction. More and more people are moving to the Preston area to live and retire. Since 1978, Ralph Construction's been building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community, the only 55-year-old plus community in the city of Preston. Come see the downsize, no-hassle lifestyle that Blue Sage Park offers. Ralph Construction will build to your custom specifications, or you can choose one of their existing floor plans. They're just starting phase 2, so there's plenty of great lots still available. Ralph Construction. Call for more information. 435-232-1837. Lawn care and snow removal included. Blue Sage Park by Ralph Construction. 435-232-1837.
KACH.
435-232.
Welcome back here to the Ralph Construction halftime report as Preston scores on the last play of the first half, and they lead 35-13 as we go off to the break. Ty Hyde with a season-high 5 touchdown throws in the first half. We'll take a look at all the scoring plays coming up in just a couple of minutes, but he had touchdown passes of 10, 24, 48, 77, and 26 yards in the first half. Previously this year, his previous high was 4 touchdown passes in a game. That was against Century back here in week 4. That was the night he threw for 335 yards. Is Ty on his way to another big performance like that tonight? Well, it remains to be seen, as he has 180 yards passing so far in the first half here tonight. So on homecoming, big crowd in attendance for homecoming tonight, and the Preston Indians have put on a good show here in the first half of tonight's game, leading 35-13. Take a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back. We'll look at the scoring plays in the first half of tonight's game. We'll do all that as we continue right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
More and more people are moving to the Preston area to live and retire. Since 1978, Ralph Construction's been building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community, the only 55-year-old plus community in the city of Preston. Come see the downsize, no-hassle lifestyle that Blue Sage Park offers. Ralph Construction will build to your custom specifications, or you can choose one of their existing floor plans. They're just starting phase 2, so there's plenty of great lots still available. Ralph Construction. Call for more information. 435-232-1837. Lawn care and snow removal included. Blue Sage Park by Ralph Construction. 435-232-1837.
This time of year, the weather can change quickly. That means the road conditions change quickly too. If you usually feel stressed when you're driving as the weather changes, it might be because you don't have the right tires for the road conditions. Let West Motor Company help you choose the tires that will meet your needs. Take the stress out of your winter driving with a set of 4 new tires. Visit any of our dealerships in Preston or Logan today. West Motor Company, we do tires.
WestMotorCompany.com.
Behind every project is a True Value. At Stokes Market and True Value in Preston, whether you need hardware, dog food, tools, batteries, plumbing supplies, paint, or cleaning products, you'll find them all. Plus a whole lot more at Stokes Market and True Value. With a large inventory, you'll find all the big name brands you trust and low prices every time you visit. So whether you're just starting or you're in the middle of a project, stop in today and visit our friendly, knowledgeable staff. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street, Preston.
If you're doing some cleanup work around the yard, the house, the garage, or the farm, remember, you can turn scrap metal into cash when you take that metal to Idaho Salvage and Metal in Preston. They pay top dollar for aluminum cans, aluminum window and door frames, brass and steel. They take junk cars and trucks, farm equipment, and industrial gear. So rather than taking that stuff to the landfill, park it on the scales at Idaho Salvage and Metal on West Oneida in Preston.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan. You're heard at 105.5.
Well, we'll take a look at the scoring plays from the first half of tonight's game. As on the first play from scrimmage, the handoff that went to Andrew Iverson. Iverson ran 60 yards to set up the first score of the game. That came on the very next play. A 10-yard touchdown pass from Hyde to Ward. The extra point was no good, and it was 6-0. Preston then added to that on the first of 3 touchdown passes to Cole Harris in the first half. The first one was for 24 yards. The extra point was a 2-point conversion that was good, and it was 14-0 Preston at the end of the first quarter. In the second quarter, Ty hit his cousin Cole Harris again for 48 yards and a touchdown. The extra point was good, and it was 21-0 Preston. Burley finally got on the board as the quarterback Ethan Gibbons ran 6 yards for a touchdown. The extra point made it 21-7, but then Preston came right back again on a 77-yard touchdown pass from Ty Hyde to his cousin Cole Harris. The extra point was good, and it made it 28-7. Burley then added to their total on a 38-yard touchdown pass from Gibbons to Bracken. The extra point was no good, and it was 28-13. However, then Preston still added to their total again before the end of the half, scoring on the final play from scrimmage in the half. That was a 26-yard touchdown throw from Hyde to Harris, again right down the middle. The extra point was good, and it was 35-7 as we go to the halftime break. So for the homecoming, or not the homecoming crowd, rather the senior night crowd here tonight in Preston have enjoyed the first half. Burley probably not so much, as they trail the Preston Indians 35-13 here at the halftime break. We'll again take a timeout, 2 minutes worth. We'll come back and look at the stats from the first half as we continue right after this on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on AM 1230 KBAR.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Hi, this is Bob Larson at LSS Insurance. Get ready, Franklin and Rich County. There's a new, very affordable Medicare Advantage plan. Incredible benefits that could really lower your medical costs. Learn about this new plan at our Logan office on Tuesday, October 15th at 2 or 6:30 p.m. We're select health-appointed agents with the answers you need about Medicare. See lssins.com for meeting details. For accommodations of persons with special needs at meetings, call 752-9493.
In Franklin County, they know it's what's on the inside that really matters. That's why they offer advanced radiology and imaging using the latest in technology, performing x-rays, CAT scans, MRIs, nuclear testing, ultrasounds, mammography, and much more, right in Preston, Idaho. With short wait times and a highly skilled staff available around the clock, they'll help you reach a diagnosis quicker. Make sure your doctor knows you want to save time and money closer to home. Let them be the next to take your picture. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence meet.
It's the end of a long day and your feet are tired, or are you running behind schedule? But you need milk and eggs. You don't want to have to walk clear to the back of the store to get a gallon of milk and a dozen eggs. I suspect we all can relate to both of those stories. The great news is that this problem has been solved by Stokes Market in Preston with a recently installed new cold case right near the front door. If you just need a gallon of milk or some eggs, you can find them right inside the front door. Visit Stokes Market today in Preston.
Webb Funeral Home, established in Preston in 1925, has served the needs of Franklin County families and their neighbors for several generations. Now in their modern new full-service facilities just off Highway 91 south of Preston, Webb Funeral Home continues to offer caring and professional services to all residents of the area in their time of need. Funeral directors Douglas Webb, Ron Smaley, and Jordan Webb, along with aftercare specialist Jody Rasmussen, thank you for your trust in them and welcome your questions and concerns anytime. A message from your friends at Webb Funeral Home.
Interviews, highlights, and analysis with the best in the business. Here we go. Others can talk about the game. Only one source can deliver the goods. And it can only be found right here on the Coach Gary Anderson Show on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield IMG College.
The Coach Gary Anderson Show, live from Wingers in Logan, Thursday nights at 6 on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
KACH. KACH.
Gary Anderson Show, live from Wingers in Logan. Well, look at the halftime stats as the teams come back out to get ready for half number 2. First for the Preston Indians, Ty Hyde was 7 of 12 for 180 yards and 5 touchdowns in the first half. Running wise, Andrew Iverson carried the ball 9 times for 109 yards in the first half. Ty with a couple of carries for 15 yards. Garrett Ward carried it once for 9. Preston was penalized 5 times for 35 yards, and they had 11 first downs in the first half. For Burley, their quarterback, Ethan Gibbons, was 8 of 12 for 140 yards in the first half. He also carried the ball 6 times for a total of 73 yards, and he's hit McCray Mort 4 times for a total of 58 yards in the first half. It was Romero Gomez with a couple of catches for 12 yards, and the big man was Jake Bracken with 2 catches for 68 yards and a touchdown here in the first half tonight for the Burley Bobcats. Burley was penalized 5 times for a total of 40 yards, and they had 8 first downs in the first half here of tonight's game. So second half just around the corner. We'll take a 60-second timeout here. We'll come back and have the second half kickoff for you right after this on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH, along with our friends at AM 1230 KBAR.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Hi, this is Bob Larson from LSS Insurance. Finally, good news about Medicare plans for Franklin and Rich County. A new Medicare Advantage plan is now available that'll lower your costs and provide you with much better coverage. Learn the plan details at our Logan office, Tuesday, October 15th at 2 or 6:30 p.m. We're select health-appointed agents with the answers you need about Medicare. For accommodations of persons with special needs at the meetings, call 752-9493. That's 752-9493.
Imagine a world with no football. Yeah, we don't want that either. Football lives here on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield IMG College.
The Aggies have the week off, but return home next Saturday against the Nevada Wolfpack. Pregame is at 7 p.m. with the kickoff at 8:15.
Hey everybody, this is Scott Gerard, and this is your home for Utah State Athletics. 105.5 FM and AM 1340 KACH, Preston.
KACH.
This would have to be a punt coming up here. As it will be. Coming in to punt, Alexis Rivas.
This would have to be.
Iverson stands back at his own 45. Bit of a high snap, just does get it away. Ball's going to land at the 45 of Burley. Iverson gets away from it, and the ball will roll dead at the 41 of the Indians.
Alexis Rivas.
So they got a pretty good bounce after going 3 and out. As the Indians will come out on offense as they spot it at the 41-yard line.
At the 45 of Burley, Iverson gets
so
away
tie in the
it.
first half,
7
of 12 for 180 yards and the 5 touchdown passes.
As the Indians will come out on offense as they spot it at the 41-yard line.
Andrew Iverson in the first half
Tie in the first half.
carried the ball 9 times,
7 of 12
including that 60-yard run right off the jump.
And the 5 touchdown passes.
9 carries for 109 yards for Iverson in the first half. 2 wides each side for Preston. They'll give it to Iverson right straight up the middle. As it was Bracken, the first man to hit him, as he came through the hole. As be a short gain here for Iverson. Give him a couple of yards.
Iverson right straight up the middle. As it was Bracken, the first man.
Second down and call it 8. Smith comes in motion left. Draw play, goes to Iverson. Up the middle, gets across the 50, falls forward to the 45, has another first down for the Indians. As that'll be a 13-yard scamper this time for Iverson.
Second down and call it 8. Smith comes in motion left.
Preston had 10 first downs in the first half.
The 50, falls forward to the 45,
and they have their first initial first down here of the second half.
As that'll be a 13-yard scamper
on
this time for Iverson.
Run by Iverson. They give it back to Iverson. Again, positive yardage as he picks up 5 more, gets it up to the 40-yard line. Pedersen on the stop for Burley.
First down here of the second half. That'll be a 13-yard scamper on the run by Iverson. They give it back to Iverson. Again,
after the 5-yard gain, pitch it to Iverson this time. Coming right. Boy, he's got a lot of room. Makes a move at the 40. Makes one bland miss. Stays on his feet. Cross the 25 up to the 23.
After the 5-yard gain, pitch it to Iverson.
17-yard run that time for Iverson. Another first down.
40. Makes one bland miss. Stays on his feet. Cross the 25 up to the 23.
So another first down for the Indians.
17-yard run.
Again, now they go 2 setbacks. Little misdirection in the middle. It goes to Ward. Garrett right up the middle, still on his feet, up to about the 10-yard line. Another first down for the Indians. Kind of a little cross-buck misdirection action as Garrett Ward carries it for 15.
Little misdirection in the middle. It goes to Ward. Garrett right up the middle, still on his feet, up to about
first
the
10-yard
10-yard
line. For the
Another
Indians. They can get the
Indians.
ball in the end zone without getting a touchdown. Hyde fakes, rolls left, fakes one man, still has the ball. Puts his head down, running toward the end zone, and gets down to the goal line. Does he get in? No. So he gets down near the goal line. It'll be a 10-yard gain for Hyde, but he does not score.
Puts his head down, running toward the end zone.
It'll be first and goal Indians from just right outside the goal line. Give it to Iverson straight ahead and into a crowd of people. Iverson gets in. Touchdown.
But he does not score. It'll be first and
So a 1-yard touchdown run straight ahead for Andrew Iverson.
Give it to Iverson straight ahead and into a crowd of people. Iverson gets in. Touchdown.
Ward on to try the extra point.
So a 1-yard touchdown run straight ahead for
Out of the hold of Isaiah Smith. Spot kick is up and it is good. And with 8:13 to play here in quarter number 3, Preston jumps out in front. It's now 42-13. Preston on top. We'll take a timeout back in 30 seconds on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and AM 1230 KBAR.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Welcome to West Motor Ford. We love happy customers. With multiple financing options, it's easy to drive your new vehicle home. We offer a full line of new Fords and a constantly changing pre-owned vehicle inventory. Our service department is top-notch with technicians trained for everything from routine maintenance to major repairs. With a large selection of parts and accessories, including tires, we've got you covered. So come in and let us turn up your happy meter. Visit West Motor Ford in Preston today.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Covered. So come in and let us turn up your happy meter. Visit West Motor
So the Indians will kick off as Isaiah Smith puts a toe to it. This is going to come down at the 10-yard line as trying to find a hole up the middle somewhere to run was Rice, and runs right into a waiting Preston Indian as it was Zay Davis standing there waiting for him.
Isaiah Smith puts
So first and 10 here now for the Bobcats, right at their own 20-yard line again.
Trying to find a hole up the middle somewhere to run was Rice, and runs right into a waiting Preston Indian as it was Zay Davis standing there waiting for him.
The first touchdown on the ground for the Indians tonight, a 1-yard touchdown run by Andrew Iverson to top off that drive. 3 receivers right here for the Bobcats. Lone setback as Gibbons has to run for his life as they're after him. Ty's coming after him. They throw and it's incomplete. As he throws it just does avoid another sack as he got rid of it. Threw it just over the head.
As Gibbons has to run for his life. As they're after him, Ty's coming after him.
One of the Preston defenders, might have been Garrett Ward who was over there. This time they do throw the flag. You see they're going to call this intentionally grounding.
Threw it just over the head.
Nope, they're going to wave it off. So they'll wave off the penalty this time.
Preston defenders, might have been Garrett Ward.
It'll bring up second down and 10.
This time they do throw the flag. You see they're going to call this intentionally grounding.
After the incomplete pass.
Nope, they're going to wave it off. So they'll wave off the penalty this time.
Gibbons now 8 out of 13 in the contest.
It'll bring up second down and 10.
As we cross just under 8 minutes to play here in quarter number 3 here tonight on a very cool night. No wind, but that certainly doesn't help as the cold has set in here in Preston tonight. Gibbons looking left, still looking, throws out here to the near side, and it's incomplete. Tried to get it to Mort, who was double covered, and over his head.
No wind.
As Davis and Ward on the coverage there for the Indians.
Gibbons looking left, still looking, throws out here to the near side.
If you go back to the first half,
tried to get it to Mort, who was double
for Gibbons, that's 3 straight incompletions for him. Go back to the first half of tonight's game. 7:52
If you go back to the first half
to play again. There was another flag on the play. It was a hold against Burley, and they'll decline that one as well.
To the first half of tonight's game.
Well, the Indians, and it's third down and 10.
To play again. There was another flag on the play. It was a hold against Burley, and they'll decline that one as well.
Mort, the lone receiver set left. They're going to try that little middle screen again as they make the play, and then 3 Indians immediately crash into him as the pass was complete to Gomez. Connor Schaefer was the first man there to really lay the lumber to him. It'll be no gain on the play. Back to the original line of scrimmage, and it's 4th and 10.
Make the play, and then 3 Indians immediately crash into him as the pass was complete to Gomez. Connor Schaefer was the
another
first man
punt situation
there to
here.
lay the lumber to him.
As Rivas into punt here again for Burley. Iverson goes back and stands at his own 35. Nope, they're going to try to keep it on a fake from deep in their own territory, and he's brought down after a gain of 1.
Another punt situation here.
As Zay Davis brings down the punter. Not sure what they're going to try to do with that deep in their own territory, and they give the ball back to Preston at the Burley 21-yard line. Shades of Johnny Lenahan for the BYU Cougars.
Down the punter
trying that fake punt from inside his own end zone.
In their own territory, and they give the ball back to Preston at the Burley 21.
4 receivers from the Indians, 3 to the right. Ty wants to throw down the middle, goes to Ward, it's caught. Melby burped it up as Ty led Garrett. Garrett took a pretty good pop right as the ball got there. If Garrett could have hung on to it, it would have been 1st and 10 inside the 5-yard line. It goes as an incomplete pass, however.
Ward, it's caught. Melby burped it up as Ty.
As timeout will be taken here by the Indians, as the offense will come over and talk to Coach. Talk to the coach here momentarily. We'll keep it here. We'll remind you that Preston is on the road next week. They'll be down in Pocatello. They'll play it. They call it the Mini Dome, Holt Arena, as they'll be taking on the Pocatello Indians next week. As for Preston, Pocatello has been kind of one of their main rivals over the years. In fact, Pocatello has beaten Preston 8 out of the last 9 seasons. But they'll meet tomorrow night, or next week, I should say, at Holt Arena in Pocatello. 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff.
Main rivals over the years.
2nd down and 10 here for the Indians after the timeout, straight ahead, as it is Lincoln Bradford, the ball carrier.
6:30 pregame.
Riley Pedersen on the stop.
2nd down and 10 here.
Give Bradford about a 4-yard gain. Be 3rd down and 6 here for the Indian offense. 3 receivers right. Knapp, the lone receiver, left. Bradford remains in the backfield. Pitch out goes to Bradford, puts his head down, gets a nice hole, gets around the corner, gets across the 15. It's going to be short of the 1st down, however, but a couple of yards short. That'll bring up 4th down and call it 3.
Remains in the backfield. Pitch out goes to Bradford, puts his head down, gets a nice hole, gets around the corner, gets across the 15.
Preston offense going quickly. Ty wants to just put his head down. He'll get dive across the 5-yard line. Let the ball come out. Burley thinks the ball came out. And the officials say, yes, indeed. The ball came out, so there's the first turnover of the night charged against the Preston Indians as Ty loses the ball on a little keeper up the middle trying to fight for yardage to get a 1st down.
And the officials say, yes, indeed.
They'll spot the ball at the Burley 7-yard line as the offense will come back out here now for the Bobcats. First, with all the points that have scored, that's the first turnover of the night. 42-13, Preston on top. 5:48 to play here in the 3rd. 3 receivers right this time. Lone setback is Ramos. They fake. Look out. They got him in the backfield, and that's a safety. As Isaiah Smith, coming off the corner, got Gibbons and just took his feet out from under him as Gibbons was looking the other way.
Lone setback is Ramos. They fake. Look out. They got him in the
backfield. That makes it 44-13.
Isaiah Smith coming off the corner got Gibbons and just took his feet out from under him as Gibbons was looking the other way.
Was looking to get rid of the ball out to the right, and Isaiah Smith came from the left and was able to bring him down in the end zone.
Isaiah Smith coming off the corner got Gibbons and just took his feet out from under him as Gibbons was looking to get rid of the ball out to the right, and Isaiah Smith came from the left and was able to bring him down in the end zone.
As they'll get a free kick from the 20-yard line. And they'll tee it up there as Smith and Iverson will go back deep again and await the free kick as they stand at about their own 25.
And they'll tee it up there as Smith
so
and
they'll put this one back in play.
And await the free kick as they stand at about their own 25.
Kickoff's a pretty good one. It's going to come down to Isaiah Smith at his own 32 to the 40. 45 cuts outside 50, still on his feet. 45 up to the 40. Takes about 5 or 6 white shirts to finally push him out of bounds at the Burley 38-yard line.
Kickoff is a pretty good one. It's going to come down to Isaiah Smith.
So a nice kick return
to the 40, 45
by Isaiah Smith.
He's on his feet, 45 up to the 40. Takes about 5 or 6.
And it looks like we're going to have a change
push him out of bounds
at quarterback here. As Ty Hyde standing down here on the sidelines with a headset on.
By Isaiah Smith.
As coming in to play quarterback.
And it looks like we're going to have a change at quarterback here.
Thorson, the new quarterback, the coach's son.
Down here on the sidelines with a headset
as a handoff straight ahead.
As
gets up to the 35-yard line. Didn't recognize who it was because he's wearing Scott Dunn's number. Normally number 2.
The new quarterback, the coach's son.
It's Emery Thorson, the coach's son. Understand he had quite a day yesterday for the freshman team against the Burley freshmen as well.
Normally number 2.
Threw for over 350 yards or over 400 yards and ran for almost 350 yards.
Son, understand he had quite a day yesterday.
Second down and 6.
Team
as he comes left, gets across the 30, makes a move to the 20, knocked out of bounds there.
50 yards or over 400 yards.
So Emery Thorson with another big carry.
Second down and 6.
That picks up the first down.
As he comes left, gets across the 30, makes a move to the 20, knocked out of
Another
bounds
first
there.
down for the Indians.
So Emery Thorson with another big carry.
So Emery Thorson at quarterback now, replacing Hyde. First and 10, Preston from the Burley 20. End around. A little inside handoff as this goes to Tate Rawlings, and Rawlings is going to run it in. 20 yards for the score on the misdirection.
First and 10, Preston from the Burley 20. End around. A little inside handoff as this goes to Tate Rawlings, and Rawlings is going to run it in.
So a 20-yard run by Tate Rawlings for the touchdown. And once again, the extra point as Coach Thorson is emptying the bench here. Spot kick is up, and it is good. As coming in to kick the extra point, Garrett Harris. As he sneaks that one over, and it's now 51-13.
Spot kick is up, and it is good.
So a safety, and then a quick turnaround touchdown.
As he sneaks that one over.
As Preston
51-13.
kind of rolling up the points here in the third quarter.
So a safety, and then a quick turnaround touchdown.
As here comes the Bobcats back out of the field to await the kickoff here from Isaiah Smith. As
here comes the Bobcats back out of the field.
Isaiah ready to kick off. Bracken Knapp was down there getting loose a little bit earlier as this kick's going to come down the middle. It's handled there as it's taken by Rice. Rice comes back up the middle, hit as he gets across the 20 to the 25, falls forward to the 26. And the Burley offense will come back out there again, first and 10 from the 26 with 4:05 to play here in quarter number 3.
It's handled there as it's taken by Rice. Rice comes back up the middle, hit as he gets across the 20 to the 25, falls forward to the 26. And the Burley offense will come back out there again, first and 10 from the 26 with 4:05 to
So
play.
we're going to bring out a bunch of new people here as Preston get some guys some experience. First and 10, they'll hand off as this goes to Ramos. Ramos gets up near the 30. He's brought down.
Bring out a bunch of new people here as Preston get some guys some experience.
Hunter Wright on the tackle for Preston. Ramos gains 6 on the play.
Ramos gets up near the 30. He's brought down. Bring out a bunch of new people here as Preston get some guys some experience.
Second down and 4. They're going to go right again as getting up near the line to gain for the first down. Brett Larson made the stop again on Ramos. Give him this 3 this time. And it's 3rd down and 1 here for
2nd down and 4
here for the Bobcats.
As getting up near the line to gain.
Talked about people for Preston that haven't been in there in a long time.
On Ramos. Give him this 3 this
Brett
time.
Larson, the sophomore, now playing at the point, right on nose guard, I should say.
For the Bobcats.
3rd down and 1. Fake to Ramos. Gibbons will keep, puts his head down, gets across the 40, and picks up the first down.
Brett Larson, the sophomore, now playing.
Gibbons picks up the first down on a 6-yard keeper.
3rd down and 1. Fake to Ramos. Gibbons will keep, puts his head down, gets across the 40, and picks up the first down.
So 1st and 10 for the Bobcats from their own 40. Ramos remains in the game. I formation behind Gibbons. They'll go right, toss to Ramos. Oh, and he is popped just as soon as he got the ball. And now a flag comes down. Making the tackle and the big hit outside was Hunter Wright. But let's see what the penalty flag is going to be.
They'll go right, toss to Ramos. Oh, and he is popped just as soon as he got the ball.
Ramos, who was just getting the ball on the toss from Gibbons.
Making the tackle and the big hit outside.
As Wright laid a pretty good hit on him.
Let's see what the penalty flag is going to be.
Let's see what they're going to call. It'll be helmet-to-helmet contact, and I believe Wright is ejected from the game. So it'll be like a targeting penalty as he is kicked out of the game as for a helmet-to-helmet hit. As they thought it was a high hit, as they're going to call it targeting, and he'll be ejected from the game. It's a 15-yard penalty for the personal foul.
As he is kicked out of the game as for a helmet-to-helmet hit.
6th penalty flag of the night against Preston.
As
so it puts the ball back across midfield, back onto the Preston side. 1st and 10 again here for Burley from the Preston 47. And hold on, as Coach Thorson still talking to our referee tonight about the ejection.
1st and 10 again here for Burley from the Preston 47.
So they'll go 2 men in the backfield this time. Will Burley man in motion? They'll give it to Bracken as Bracken gets across the 45 up to the 42. Short gain on the play, give him 3.
So they'll go 2 men in the backfield this time. Will Burley man in motion? They'll give it to Bracken as Bracken gets across the 45 up to
3 yards on the run for Jake Bracken.
Short gain on the play, give him 3.
For the most part, the Preston defense tonight has been very stingy as far as the run game goes. Bad snap as they give it to Gibbons, who was lined up in a wildcat formation. Now they go back outside, back to Mort. Mort's going to race down the sidelines, and he's gone for the touchdown. Whoa! As he turns and waves goodbye to the Preston secondary and gets a flag for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Who was lined up in a wildcat formation. Now they go back outside, back to Mort. Mort's going to race down the sideline.
He was ahead of everybody by a good 5 yards and decided he was going to turn around and wave goodbye to the Preston defenders.
And gets a flag for unsportsmanlike conduct.
High stepping as he went. And the flag came in from the back judge. This likely would be some sort of an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty for taunting.
High stepping as he went.
Now, it should still come after the touchdown. Personal foul, unsportsmanlike against the Bobcats. It's actually going to take the penalty, take the touchdown off the board, and it'd be 1st and 10, still from the 20-yard line, even after the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. So the penalty happened around the 5. They'll set it back to the 20, 1st and 10 there. And they'll wind the clock with 1:15 to play here in the quarter.
And it'd be 1st and 10, still from the 20-yard line, even after the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
So 3 receivers left.
The penalty happened around the 5. They'll set it back to the 20.
Gomez, the lone setback. I take it back. It's not Gomez. It's actually Rice is in the backfield. Gibbons still has it. Being chased still on the run, throws toward the end zone, and it's incomplete.
So 3 receivers left.
Tried to get the ball out there to Rice, but it was over his head and falls incomplete, and it's 2nd and 10.
I take it back. It's not Gomez. It's actually Rice who's in the backfield. Gibbons still has it. Being chased, still on the run, throws toward the end zone, and it's incomplete.
I haven't seen anybody turn and wave goodbye to the defense. Boy, that's
incomplete, and it's 2nd and 10.
that's a Deion Sanders kind of move. Old Primetime was known for doing that.
I haven't seen anybody turn and
So
wave
2nd down and
goodbye
10
to
after the
defense.
incomplete pass. 52 seconds to play here in the third.
That's a Deion Sanders kind of move.
Rice, the lone setback. 3 receivers right again. Gibbons looking, now wants to roll left, now throws again deep into the back of the end zone. A flag comes down as the ball's incomplete. Again, let's see what the penalty marker is. It's way back around the 20-yard line.
Rice, the lone setback. 3 receivers.
43 seconds
right
on the
again.
clock
Gibbons
as it
looking,
stops
now
after
wants
the
to roll
incomplete
left, now
pass
throws
and with the
again
penalty
deep
on the
into
play.
back of the end zone. A flag comes
Holding
down as the ball's incomplete.
against
Again, let's see what the penalty marker
holding
is. It's way back
Burley.
around the 20-yard line.
Referee made the holding signal and then didn't point.
3 seconds on the clock as it stops after
It's cold. Everybody's getting cold. So that'll move them back another 10 yards. That'll push the ball back to the 31-yard line.
Referee made the holding signal and didn't point.
That's 7 penalties tonight against Burley for a total of 65 yards.
That'll move them back
2nd down and 20. Clock starts. It's rolling with 30 seconds to play here in the quarter. 51-13, Preston on top.
Penalties tonight against Burley for a total of 65 yards.
Gibbons, low snap. He has it, flips it out here in the flat, comes to Rice. Rice with a wide open area across the 15. Fumbles the ball and loses it, and it's recovered by the Indians at the 9. We'll have to see if they'll let it stand, as the Preston Indian player was partially out of bounds, but the ball never went out of bounds, and it was recovered inbounds, and it will be a fumble recovery by the Indians.
And it's recovered by the Indians.
First turnover tonight against Burley as they give the ball back to Preston with 9 seconds to play here in the quarter.
The player was partially out of bounds, but the ball never went out of bounds, and it was recovered inbounds, and it will be a fumble recovery by the Indians.
So 9 seconds to play.
Against Burley as they give the ball back to Preston with 9 seconds to play.
As young Emery Thorson will come back out and play quarterback here again. Ball set on the Preston on the Indians' own 10-yard line after their fumble recovery.
As young
late replacement Tate Green comes running in. Green will line up at one of the wide receiver spots as Thorson's going to roll left, has the ball, tucks it away, still trying to get around the corner, does, and gets out to about the 22 and steps out of bounds with just under 2 seconds to play here in the quarter. So another 10-yard run by young Emery Iverson, the freshman.
Roll left, has the ball, tucks it away, still trying to get around the corner, does, and gets out to about the 22.
Bradford will come in, bring the play in as Iverson will leave.
So another 10-yard run by
Then back over to the sideline.
The freshman.
Bradford now stands on Thorson's right hip. They'll give it to Bradford straight ahead. Nice hole. Gets across the 25 to about the 27-yard line. That's a gain of 6 there. Yeah, that's going to be the end of the quarter, number 3. So Preston, with a big third quarter, leads at 51-13. We'll go to the fourth. The fourth quarter tonight is brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. It's coming up next on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and AM 1240 KBAR.
KACH, mylocal.radio.com.
Interviews, highlights, and analysis with the best in the business. Here we go. Others can talk about the game. Only one source can deliver the goods. And it can only be found right here on the Coach Gary Anderson Show on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield IMG College.
The Coach Gary Anderson Show, live from Wingers in Logan, Thursday nights at 6 on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH. The fourth quarter of tonight's game is brought to you by Webb Funeral Home.
Whether a loved one passes suddenly and much too soon or after a long and fruitful earthly journey, the families of Northern Cache Valley have known for years they can rely on sensitive and professional care from Webb Funeral Home. Now in their beautiful full-service facility on the south side of Preston.
We go back live as Tate Rawlings carried the ball there for the Indians.
We go back live.
Brings up 3rd down and 2 coming up here. Bracken Knapp now takes over at quarterback for the Indians. He's just a sophomore as they'll go to Isaiah Smith. He'll have the first down as they get the ball all the way out near the 35-yard line.
Bracken Knapp now takes over at quarterback for the Indians.
That's another first down for the Indians, their 15th of the game.
They'll go to Isaiah Smith. He'll have the first down as they get the ball.
So Bracken Knapp,
the 35-yard line.
who, as a sophomore, gets a chance to play quarterback.
Another first down for the Indians, their 15th.
Actually suffered a separated shoulder over the summer as the handoff, as this is Charles Iverson rambling free down the sidelines. It's across the 35 up to the 33-yard line.
Actually suffered a separated shoulder over the summer as the handoff, as this
36-yard gain
Charles
for
Iverson rambling free down the sidelines. It's across the 35 up to the 33-yard line.
They're going deep into the into the bench now.
36-yard gain.
1st and 10. As flags down, hold on. What's this going to be?
They're going deep into the
As
bench now.
false start against Preston, that'll back them up 5 yards.
1st and 10. As flags down, hold on. What's this
So
going to
Charles Iverson with a 36-yard run for Preston.
False start against Preston, that'll back them up 5 yards.
Man in motion. Well, Knapp wants to throw. He has a man. It's complete and brought down up to the 20-yard line. Face mask. That's going to tack on another 15 yards at the end of the play. As the pass was complete, the Chevy Nelson, another sophomore.
And in motion. Well, Knapp wants to throw.
So the pass complete up to the 20. Face mask. That'll probably be half the distance to the goal. As they'll call it a 5-yard face mask, actually, as it takes the ball up to the 14-yard line.
So the pass complete up to the 20, face mask. That'll probably be half
Knapp,
the distance to the goal.
hand off, Iverson straight ahead, spinning as he gets into the backfield of the Bobcats. Gets across the 10 to the 9-yard line. That's about a 6-yard gain for
Hand off, Iverson.
Iverson.
Spinning as he gets into the backfield.
Call it 5. 2nd down and 5.
It's across the 10 to the 9.
Preston just wants to keep the ball on the ground and keep the clock running here. 9:24 to play here in the 4th. Big lead for the Indians, 51-13. Knapp finds himself in a crowd before he can do anything with it. Just kind of falls down as they had hit him in the grass right away. Give Bracken Knapp a yard on the carry, 3rd down and 4.
Before he can do anything with it, just kind of falls down as they had hit him in the grass right away.
Knapp will work out of the shotgun. Lincoln Bradford now moves back into the I formation. Back behind Knapp, who will settle under center. Fake handoff there. Bracken's going to roll right. Still rolling. Gets over near the sidelines over on the far side. He's chased out of bounds back around the 7.
Now moves back into the I formation. Back
As
settle under center.
it's still short of the first down. Bring up 4th down and about 4 yards to go here. As Preston will keep the offense out there on the field.
Back around the 7.
Or will they, as Isaiah Smith now will come back out.
As it's still short of the first down. Bring up 4th
And
down, about 4 yards to go here.
looking for somebody to come out and kick the ball. Isaiah's coming out to hold, and there's nobody to come with him. Timeout in the field. We'll take it here as well. 30 seconds. We'll be right back. Preston leads here in the fourth on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and AM 1230 KBAR.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
If you think buying a car is hard, stressful, and it takes a long time, you haven't shopped at West Motor in Preston and Logan. We've got a large selection of quality new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Ford vehicles to choose from. Because we offer great pricing and the buying process is simple, we also have a large inventory of used vehicles to choose from. Buy your next vehicle from a dealership that has provided customers a stress-free, quick, and reliable buying process for decades. West Motor in Preston and Logan. Stop in today or visit us online at westmotorcompany.com.
West Motor Company.
KACH. KACH.
So Preston will put the offense back on the field now as Knapp tosses. Bradford trying to come around the left-hand side. Can't get there as he's drugged down from behind, and that will mean that the Bobcats will take the ball over on downs here.
Put the offense back on the field now.
7:58 to play.
Knapp tosses. Bradford trying to come around the left-hand side.
As the Bobcat offense will come back out on the field.
As he's drugged down from behind.
Big lead for the Indians, 51-13.
Bobcats will take the ball over on downs here. Put the offense back on the field now. 7:58 to play. Tosses. Bradford
As they're trying to get some of those sophomores and juniors who don't get a lot of chance to play a little playing time. They'll go to a different quarterback. Will the Bobcats here as well. As into play quarterback here is Slider Watterson. And right away, penalty markers. As this be a penalty against the Bobcats, that'll back them up.
A different quarterback will
push the ball back to about the 5-yard line.
Into play quarterback here is Slider Watterson. And
So another
right
penalty
away,
called against Burley. That is now
as this be a penalty against the Bobcats.
75 yards in penalties tonight against the Bobcats. As the pass incomplete, Watterson was looking for a big number 32 out here. That's a number that we do not have on our roster.
75 yards in penalties tonight against the Bobcats. As the pass incomplete.
So after the incomplete pass, it brings up second down and 15.
Out here. That's a number that we do not have on our roster. 5 yards in penalties tonight against the Bobcats. As the pass incomplete.
Watterson wants to look again, throwing across the middle, and it's in and out of the hands as they tried to get it to Ethan Gibbons, number 6, as he had it pop out of his hands. It may have been stripped away from him by the defense. But either way, it goes incomplete, and it's third down and 15.
In and out of the hands as they tried to get
As they'll get Zay Davis out of the game.
Ethan Gibbons.
Will Preston.
6, as he had it pop out of his hands. It may have
Third
been
down and
stripped away
15 from
him
their
by
off
the
5 for Burley.
But either way, it goes
They'll hand off this time. He's running straight ahead. Runs right into a big, large group of blue-shirted Preston Indians, as it was Preston Ramos, the ball carrier.
Third down and 15.
And to bring up fourth down and 15.
They'll hand off this time. He's running straight ahead. Runs right into
This will bring up a punting situation.
Blue-shirted Preston Indians, as it was.
As Alexis Rivas back into the game, the punter.
And bring up fourth down and 15.
Going back deep here for the Indians is Charles Iverson again, who stands about his own 35. There's the punt. High, spiraling kick. Iverson has it at his 40. Makes a move to the left, trying to get around the corner. He's drugged down as it's Gibbons to come up and make the tackle. As first and 10 from the 39 as the Preston offense will come back out of the field again. 6:49 now to play here tonight. As Brecken Knapp will come back out again and play quarterback here for the Indians.
As first and 10 from the 39 as the Preston offense
Is
will
that a
come back
penalty
out
marker
of
on the play? No, I guess not. But they're trying to move people around. Preston breaks the huddle. Operating from the left hash. And hold on. Got a timeout called again here by Burley. So whatever Burley saw, they didn't like, as they'll take a timeout. 6:42 to play. Back in 30 seconds on 105.5 FM, AM 1340 KACH, and AM 1230 KBAR.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
More and more people are moving to the Preston area to live and retire. Since 1978, Ralph Construction's been building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community, the only 55-year-old plus community in the city of Preston. Come see the downsize, no-hassle lifestyle that Blue Sage Park offers. Ralph Construction will build to your custom specifications, or you can choose one of their existing floor plans. They're just starting phase 2, so there's plenty of great lots still available. Ralph Construction. Call for more information. 435-232-1837. Lawn care and snow removal included. Blue Sage Park by Ralph Construction. 435-232-1837.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
1837. Lawn care
Well, Preston keeps the ball on the ground again. They run right. Pick up a short gain. 2nd down and 9 here for the Indians. Snap the quarterback, man in motion, coming back this way as the inside handoff as the ball popped loose. Did they fumble it? As the handoff was to Charles Iverson, they did. They lost the fumble. So Iverson coughs up the football. Then the ball will go back over to Burley once again. This is why you try to play some of the young guys who don't get a lot of chance to play, or they're still underclassmen. Give them an opportunity to make these mistakes and get out of their system early in a game that's one-sided enough where you can afford yourself that opportunity. 6:05 to play here in the fourth. 51-13, Preston on top. As handoff across the 50, 45, as the tackle made from behind, as it was Ramos, the ball carrier here for the Bobcats. Keep the clock rolling. Spot the ball at the Preston 44-yard line. 5:45 to play here in the game. As it was Ramos, the ball carrier here for the two receivers right, one to the left here for the Bobcats. They go back to Ramos again. He's going to go left this time. Tries to get around the corner, breaks the tackle, as putting his shoulder pad down was Dane Keller, but he broke that tackle and still ended up picking up about 6 yards on the play. 2nd down and 4 coming up. He's going to go left this time. Just in case you're curious, it's exactly 32 degrees out here tonight. His shoulder pad down was Dane Keller, but he broke that tackle and still. Fumble comes right back to the Indians. Able to get it back? I'm not sure. I think Ramos very alertly was the guy who jumped on it. As the handoff from Watterson to Ramos. Fumble comes right back to the Indians. Just kind of mishandled there for a minute. I think Ramos very alertly. So it's 3rd down and 7 after a 3-yard loss on the fumble. The handoff from Watterson to Ramos. As the Preston defense will jump. That'll move the ball 5 yards. And bring up 3rd down. So it's 3rd down and 7 and about 3. On the offside call against the Indians. Preston defense will jump. They'll move the ball up to the 37-yard line, make it 3rd down and 2. Bring up 3rd down. Watterson wants to throw and looking for Brecken. That's incomplete. They'll bring up 4th down and 2. They'll move the ball up to the 37-yard line, make it 3rd down and 2. Watterson wants to throw and looking 4th down for the Burley Bobcats here. For Brecken. That's incomplete. They'll bring up 4th down and 2. As Watterson will work out of the shotgun. Handoff comes to Ramos. Coming right. Gets around the corner. Has the 1st down. Across the 30. Across the 25. Spin move. Still on his feet. Up to the 20-yard line before he's finally forced out of bounds. Ethan Pearson had a hold of him, wasn't going to let him go, and finally wrestled him out of bounds at the 20. 1st down for Burley. Spin move still on his feet.
up to the 20-yard line.
Preston's allowed 6 points here in the second half.
Ethan Pearson had a hold
Again, the defense stiffens well in the second half. Now, of course, let's see what happens with all the underclassmen in here in the one-sided game here in the fourth quarter. Watterson rolling right, gets around the corner, runs out of bounds at the 10, stops the clock, has close to another first down.
Again, the defense stiffens well in the second half.
Let's
see what happens with all the.
They get up near the 10-yard line. No indication yet they're going to move the chains. Nope. It'll be second down and short coming up.
Runs out of bounds at the 10, stops the clock, has close
just short of the 10-yard line. He needed to get to the 10-yard line. Nope, now they say it is first and goal. So it is first down. Give it back to Ramos again. Bounces it outside left, and he's caught from behind before he can get around the corner this time.
Of the 10-yard line, he needed to get to.
As Dane Keller able to grab him from behind and wrestle him down.
It is first and goal. So it is first down.
No gain on the play. Second down and goal from right about the 10-yard line.
And he's caught from behind.
3:18 to play. Another big lead here for the Indians.
No gain on the play. Second down and goal.
Hand off again to Ramos. Again, he wants to come left or right this time. Gets down to the 5-yard line. Get about half of what they need, but it's going to bring up third down and goal from about the 5.
Hand off again to Ramos. Again, he wants to come left or right.
Zay Davis will come back in on defense here for the Indians.
Get about half of what they need, but it's going to bring up third down and goal.
As he'll line up at the middle linebacker spot. Ramos the lone setback, as that'll be a false start penalty against the line of the Burley Bobcats. I think it was the.
As he'll line up at the middle linebacker spot. Ramos the lone setback, as that'll be a false start penalty against the line of the Burley Bobcats.
I guess it was the right guard who stood up and went into a blocking formation early. So it's back to third and goal from the 10. Watterson rolling left, wants to throw, and it's intercepted by the Indians at the goal line. Out to the 10-yard line and stepping out of bounds as the pass was intercepted by Austin Ward. So second turnover of the night against Burley with 2:09 to play. And the Preston defense stiffens, doesn't allow any points.
Out to the 10-yard line and stepping out of bounds.
And the offense will come back out again as it'll be Brecken Knapp to come back out and play quarterback.
So second turnover of the night against Burley with 2:09 to play. And the Preston defense stiffens, doesn't allow any points. Out to the 10-yard line and stepping out of bounds. And the offense will come back out again.
Sure why, but the Preston offense runs all the way over here along the near sidelines. Now they're going to come back as they put a new ball into play. And they'll line up and get ready to snap the ball.
Along the near sideline.
So Knapp at quarterback, 2:09 to play. Preston backed up against their own goal line, but they have a big lead, leading 51-13 late in the fourth. Preston on to what will be their most lopsided victory of the year, as struggling to get up to the 15-yard line, finally turned back and brought down. There is Iverson for the Indians.
Preston on to what will
be about a 5-yard gain.
Of the year, as struggling to get up to the 15-yard
second down and 5.
Turned back and brought down. There is Iverson for the Indians.
Their biggest margin of victory so far this year for Preston was a 19-point win at Canyon Ridge about 4 weeks ago.
Their biggest
clock running with 1:18 to play as they give it to Iverson again, still on his feet, gets across the 25 out to about the 28-yard line. That'll be another first down, and should just about kill off the clock as they'll start the clock here again as they set the chains.
As they give it to Iverson again, still on his feet, gets across the 25 out to about the 28-yard line.
So for Preston,
first down, and that'll should just about
55 seconds to play as the clock runs. Knapp trying to use as much clock as he can before they snap the ball and line up in a victory formation. as Bracken will just kneel down on the ball here.
So for Preston,
As the
5 seconds to play
back
as
judge
clock
starts the
runs.
count, and they'll take the snap. Bracken takes a knee. 33 seconds to play. They'll have to do it one more time, or will they? Nope, looks like the offense is going to start making their way off the field. And for the Preston Indians, it's their biggest win of the year, as though this one will go in the books, as the final score tonight is Preston 51, Burley 13,
Looks like the offense is going to start making their way off
as
the field.
Preston improves their record to 5-2. They go through the home schedule a good 4-0 on the year, something they hadn't done in quite a while. Their best home year on record was 5-1 in recent history, as they pick up the win here tonight. There's the clock reaches zeros, and the final score is the Preston Indians 51, the Burley Bobcats 13. Come back to the post-game wrap right after this on a 3-minute timeout on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and AM 1230 KBAR.
51, the Burley Bobcats 13. Come back to the post-game wrap right after this.
Tonight's game has been brought to you by West Motors, with Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks, all available right here in Preston. By Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care you'll find in all of the Cache Valley. By Stokes Market, True Value. By Ralph's Construction, building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community of Preston. By Webb Funeral Home, just off Highway 91 at the south end of the city of Preston. By Valley Implement. By Preston Auto Parts CarQuest on State Street in downtown Preston. By Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. By Idaho Salvage, where you can turn your scrap metal into cash. By S&T Electric. And by MyLocalRadio.com. Now stay tuned for the postgame show. Coming right up. Are you looking for a different kind of spot for lunch, dinner, or to do catering for your next event? Then try the Island Bowl Grill inside Poppin' Pins right here in Preston. At Island Bowl Grill, they have the best Hawaiian fare in the area. The combination of teriyaki and Korean influences can only be described in one way: mouth-watering. Offering 3 different catering options, Island Bowl Grill can host your next party in-house at Poppin' Pins Bowling Center. You can pick up for takeout, or they can come right to your house and prepare the food on site for your next party. What could be easier? Go to poppinpins.com for more information on Island Bowl Grill, or call 208-425-6128. Poppin' Pins Bowling Center, 411 South US Highway 91 in Preston.
When the time finally comes to deliver your new little one, the comforts of home are vital. Franklin County Medical Center understands, and that's why the new maternity suites are designed with a warm family atmosphere, spacious rooms complete with sleeping accommodations for your partner, and state-of-the-art birthing equipment. At Franklin County Medical Center, your new arrival will be welcomed into the world safely, and the expert staff will ensure you're relaxed and comfortable. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence meet.
The Limbic Arc may help you or someone you know be more calm. It's simple to use. Find out more by logging on to mylocalradio.com and clicking on the Limbic Arc logo. Check it out now. Visit mylocalradio.com and click on any Limbic Arc logo.
Advertise your open positions on the radio. You'll be amazed how quickly you see a response. You'll reach more people for less. The job stop includes radio and internet advertising. Call us for more info. We're a local company with a toll-free number, 833-856-9625. That's 833-856-9625.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield.
This is the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap tonight's game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at other games from around the area on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard.
Kind of an abbreviated post-game show tonight from here at Preston High School, as we'll get wrapped up in talk about just kind of the way the scoring went in the game here tonight, as Preston, who had a lead at halftime, and added on another
abbreviated post-game show tonight from
9 points or so in the second half. I should say 16 points in the second half.
Just kind of the way the scoring went.
Iverson scored on a 1-yard run in the third quarter. The extra point made it 42-13. There was a safety as Isaiah Smith was able to tackle Ethan Gibbons in the end zone, and then Tate Rawlings ran 20 yards for a touchdown. All the points in the first half for the Indians came on big plays, big pass plays, as Ty Hyde threw for 5 touchdowns, a season high in that category for Ty, as he really didn't play much in the fourth quarter, as Ty had touchdown passes of 10, 24, 48, and 77 yards and 26 yards. So the fifth one, I was missing one, but big passing night for Ty. A season high five touchdown throws for the Preston quarterback, as Preston goes on to win it tonight by the final score of 51-13. Tough night for the Burley Bobcats. They came out, they tried, they fell behind early, were forced to pass and go for it on fourth downs, and really found themselves in situations where normally they would punt, but they didn't. They had tried to keep the ball, try to get back into the game. The Preston defense stiffened after the first quarter and really made things tough, as they allowed just one touchdown in the second half tonight, as they normally do. They're very tough in the second half of games. So Preston able to win it tonight, 51-13. We'll come back and tell you what's on tap for the Indians. They're coming up next week. We'll do all that next, right after this, on FM 105.5. A 60-second timeout coming up here, by the way, on FM 105.5, AM 1340 KACH, and AM 1230 KBAR.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Welcome to West Motor Ford. We love happy customers. With multiple financing options, it's easy to drive your new vehicle home. We offer a full line of new Fords and a constantly changing pre-owned vehicle inventory. Our service department is top-notch, with technicians trained for everything from routine maintenance to major repairs. With a large selection of parts and accessories, including tires, we've got you covered. So come in and let us turn up your happy meter. Visit West Motor Ford in Preston today. Top-notch, with technicians trained for everything from routine maintenance to major repairs.
In addition to local information and the best live coverage of local sports, you can stream music 24/7 at mylocalradio.com. Log on and choose the music you like best. Classic or modern country, indie, adult contemporary, or classic rock. Stream it live through your computer or cell phone. Listen to the music you want and don't miss the information you need. Like us on Facebook and visit mylocalradio.com today.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Your computer or cell phone.
Well, for the Indians, as they celebrate this win here on senior night down on the field, the Indians next week will hit the road. First of 2 road games to close out the season. Next week, they'll head down to Pocatello, as they will face the Pocatello Indians in a game at Holt Arena down there. That game coming up next Friday night. We'll have the pregame show for you at 6:30 next Friday. The kickoff will be at 7, as you'll be able to hear the game here on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH, and along the internet at mylocalradio.com. So that'll wrap up our broadcast from here tonight, as the executive director of Preston Broadcasting Sports is Val Cook. Our studio coordinator tonight has been John Beverly, and special thanks to all of our friends back in Burley who are listening tonight on AM 1230. We appreciate you hanging with us throughout the evening here as well. I'm Dan Hubbard. Thanks for listening tonight. And from a very cold Preston High School, we wish you a very pleasant good night and enjoy your weekend, everybody. And we'll talk to everybody again very soon.
We appreciate you.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience.
Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.